Oh, hello. Welcome, Internet. We are back again with another wonderful session of Arkans with our lovely players here. I would love for them to introduce themselves, starting, as always, with our top left player, John. Who are you playing?
What's up, everybody? I'm John, and I'm playing Aoth. He is a human warrior who recently upgraded to level 5. Yay! Second, what's that thing? I get to do 2 attacks. And he is the heir to a usurped throne and kind of trying to discover or find how to get that back, avenge his father's death, and see who he is in life, all the while exploring his psychology. It's fun. It's cool. Stick around.
Wonderful. Moving right along here, can we get Tom to tell us who you're playing today?
I am Tom. I'm playing Reek, the Air-Cocaine Barbarian, and I am slowly finding that my loyalties aren't to just straight adventure, but falling into line with that of the group.
Wonderful. And speaking of other characters super aligned to the group, Pete?
Yeah, so Pete playing Rinratal. He's a nice little cleric. He looks like an elf, but he might not be. Yeah, he's kind of lost his way, so to speak, from his crew. He's found a fun thing for the meantime in adventuring and, hanging out with his moorbounder Morty.
Introduce yourself, because it's you.
Hey, this is Nick. I am playing Temin, a half-hearted rogue, the wholehearted adventurer who is, as everyone else, level 5. So excited to see what that one extra feature is going to save me from.
That's always a good thing to look for. And last but certainly not least, Kenny.
Yeah, it's Kenny playing Blitzkrieg, the Dry Queen Artificer, seeking out his lost artifact of his people and training these rebels how to, fight, I guess, in order to find my artifact. A trade, some of that. That's it.
Wonderful. And as always, I am DMBABT, here to guide our players through this wonderful story. And today our story is beginning with having just reached this rebel city of Carstino, deep within the Blacklands of the Apodora Empire. They have been tested, they have been tried, and they've been given access to various guild and guild positions throughout the city. As a reminder to our audience, let's go through each of our players and remind them which guilds you have been presented with. Let's do this in reverse order. Blitzkrieg, what guilds were you granted access and at what levels?
Let's see. My guild. Alright, do my guide Mavericks. After some, a lot of training, rudimentary training, I became a level 1 craftsman with my little platinum symbol. I became a level 2 arcanist? Arcane guild? Whatever. But I guess like a gold medal, I'm guessing.
Correct.
A gold signet. And then I'm a level 2 artificer with the same gold signet.
All right. Wonderful. And just a clarification for you, because I may have misspoken last game. Your craftsman ability is specifically for tinkering, correct?
Is it?
I'm asking. When you did your testing, you showed your experience in tinkering, or was it something else that you had crafted?
I think it was like the artificer part that I was tinkering, but then it blew up on me. I think it was the the nail bomb, I guess.
Got it.
So I became that, but craftsman was something in the beginning where they gave me. I guess I did really well in whatever it is, but he wasn't really too into that. So he's like showing him like his other abilities. But eventually it's like, you know what? I'll just take all the abilities. I'll train all your losers.
Got it. Okay. Well, you may have a little bit of trouble finding that guild because it does not go by the Craftsman Guild name, but we will get to that when we get to that. Moving right along, Temin, which guilds were you granted access to?
I was granted access as a level 2 to the Thieves Guild and Rogues Guild, and then level 3 to the Healers Guild.
Perfect. And Rin?
Rin is in the Healers Guild as a level 1 top tier healer. He's also in the Spy Guild and the Arcane Guild as level 2s.
Oh my god. We're in the same class, man.
Perfect. All right, and Reek.
I am in the Barbarian Guild, level 2, and Step Guild, level 3.
Perfect. And then lastly, Aoth.
I'm in level 3 with the Battlemasters Guild, the Silver Badge, level 2 in the Fighters Guild, and level 1 in the Blacksmith Guild.
All right. So we left our story off last time of all of our adventurers having left the testing facilities and having free reign now over Carstino. So with all of you gathered together, what would you all like to do today?
It's a new day, right?
Technically it's not, but
It's the night before, right?
it's not even the night. It's like afternoon. Because you guys got up really you guys were gotten up really early to go to the testing facility. You guys have tested. It's probably like maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon at this point.
Right, and we're supposed to wait till the next day or whatever to do anything with the guild.
Correct.
If I remember correctly. Yep. Okay.
Alright, so we're going back, basically. Alright.
Rin has something he would definitely like to do.
Well, what would Rin like to do?
Rin would like to cast Sending.
And who
Okay.
would you like to cast Sending to?
Rinwald, the wizard.
And what 25 words would you like to say?
Hello, Rinwald. It's nice to. No, I wouldn't even say. Hang on. Hello, Rinwald.
Rewind.
Rewind. We ran into some trouble in what's this place called again?
I'm assuming,
No.
I'm assuming you're writing this and not saying it since you know what?
Yes.
Maybe you should get a grasp on what your sending spell is going to be before we prepare.
Before we do it, yeah, no. What's the place we're at called again? Like it's
Do you need to ask around?
What's the place where
Or
it
your
called?
notes?
Yeah, no. I'm asking my fellow party members.
This place?
I turned to AF. What's the name of this town?
This
Go
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, I forgot.
Yeah, everybody, come on.
I just grab my axe and kind of look at it. I'm like, oh yeah, this did turn out nicely, and kind of walk away.
I was like, Carstino.
Tevin? Carstino?
Yes.
Alright. Resume sending.
All right, let's start it from the beginning, and this one counts, so don't mess up.
Okay. Hello, it's Rinratal. In Carstino, Aoth recognized as true king. Any news or direction for us? And I would end it there.
You gonna waste? Okay.
You hear back a few moments later,
Love you.
and you hear,
Matt, you're muted.
I apologize. My child was making noise and is now coloring in the beautiful map that I made that is now
Oh, no.
being covered in marker.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, it happens.
There's new rivers and aqueducts now.
Definitely something.
Yeah, just roll with it.
Regardless, you hear Rinwald respond a few moments later. Said, Carstino. Never heard of it. Recognized by who? Would love to assist? Need more information.
Mm-hmm. I guess you can't look into the Aptador Empire.
Alright, I would then relay that information to the rest of the group and ask how we shall respond, saying, this is the last response that we get.
Well, definitely don't
I
tell him where the
believe-
secret city in the desert
Yes.
is.
Yes.
That would be a bad mistake.
What, we don't trust Rinwald?
Especially since there's better magic users here that will know that you're saying things.
I trust Rinwald, and I wouldn't have a problem telling him if he was 20 minutes away. But seeing as how he's going to have to travel here, and he may be watched because a lot of stuff went down in that area, I'd play it real close to the vest on this one. But that's my never trusting self. Don't I don't know, take that with a grain of salt or something.
Okay, so tell him it's a city then, or what?
It's an
Tell him it's a
idea.
secret location. We're not at a point where we could discuss it.
Okay. And what should I tell them regarding the rest?
What does he have to know? And
We need more information from him than he needs from us. His weapon to us is information.
He said he was going to assist. Why do we not? Do we
Yeah, that's what I
need
mean.
all the help we can get?
Information.
And that the people that recognize Aoth are a strong candidate for allies.
Oh, okay. I will cast.
Don't tell him where the city is, but that we're safe. Are we inside the Apodor Empire?
I believe we're deep in the Apodor Empire.
in a hidden location, we really don't want to, have anyone.
We're safe inside the Empire with the enemy of our enemies.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
In what particular? What are you what in particular are you trying to ask? Like, what kind of like? You want his help or something? Or?
Where are we?
You're right,
Right there.
You're right on the border of Cursed Heights and the Apodora Empire.
Groovy.
And what's to the north of it? Was that Vlar?
Vlad, the Dwarven Kingdom.
Okay.
Also, sign it as the what did we say? The Prince's Vengeance.
Did we agree on a name? I don't know if we did.
Wait, do we?
I think that was the most agreed.
The Prince's Vendetta? Okay.
I thought we wanted
Yeah,
the Grand Army of Liberation.
We surely did not.
Let me write this down.
Unless you guys stay later than me.
We did.
And it was turned down, so don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Well, as you guys have kind of had this conversation, will you send another sending spell, or are you guys?
Yes.
Okay. What are you gonna send?
So I will cast that again.
Twitch. For you consider.
Oh wait, say that one more time.
For Pete, I put
I
something
got
in
it.
Twitch for you to consider. Okay, cool.
Alright. Secret city near Vlad. Need allies and intel on enemy. Have plenty of allies in city that recognized true prince.
Few minutes
Leave it
pass. And you hear intel needs to be specific to your task. Message me again when nearer target, and we'll provide intel and assistance.
Okay. I can't obviously send a message back, so I will relay that to the group as I will literally just say it as he's saying it.
Great.
Alright.
So we have
Well-
it when we need it.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna have to try and figure out what we want to accomplish when they propose what they want us to accomplish, and how they can align. So, do we have short-term goals?
Short-term goals. We're going to train these idiots, and then once we have the support, we're going to storm the Apodor Empire and place Aoth as the leader of his hive. Oh.
So, short-term goals, people. Are we trying to bust out the leader who got captured? We can't just walk up
to our
and-
guilds, and they would give
What?
us that mission.
Well, not like short-term 20 minutes, but yeah, that could be. They may not give us that mission because the guilds are pretty far spread out. I don't think that. Yeah, I mean, we could talk to them about it, see if we can't propose that as an idea.
I would try to spring that captured person back and see if we can send some kind of message or show of force to the people of that city and our friends there at the bar and the animal I don't know the place, but Sophia.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna take her out at the city. It would probably be best if she were transported to do an ambush
Mhm.
and spring her, because apparently they're real keen on getting rebels and troublemakers to the capital, like they wanted us to be.
So you're proposing?
I would think we'd need to be a lot stronger before an assault on the capital.
Well,
Oh, I'm not saying assault on the capital. I'm saying assault on a little caravan on the way to the capital.
I mean, we got wrecked by those guards. Do you think we're going to be able to take them on again?
Yes, of course we can.
Yeah, with the element of
I mean,
surprise.
we can bring it up to the council and see what reinforcements they can provide, or even if that's a priority for them, or if they've already addressed it.
With the element of lasers.
Yeah, because
We
that
need to
last
talk to the
time,
council.
was an absolute crapshoot. This one would be more in our favor.
What do you have, sir?
Talk to the council.
Yeah, so we need to talk to the council. I mean, it's not like our enemy, right? The king has a freaking dragon, and so do the wraiths. So they have the ability to move around quickly, and an unplanned ambush can go south really quick, really easily. We have a Moorbounder, but it's not going to stand up much to a dragon.
Yeah, I don't know how my Moorbounder can outrun a dragon. Morty's fast, but he ain't that fast.
Okay.
Well, I don't think the king's gonna show up personally. Now, do we know how many wraiths there are? Is this like Kingsguard where there's like a few of them, or is this like dime a
More
dozen?
than one. It's more than one, and I'm sure that we're the highest priority.
Rin,
Yeah, as soon as they hear that we're the one involved with the ambush, they're going to send their high-value assets for us.
Rin, go ahead and roll a history check for me.
Rin is not very historic, but he shall try. That's a 5.
Even with your proximity to the base of the Reavers, you do not remember their exact number, but you do know that there is more than one, and there is typically always the same number because dragons don't hatch every day.
Alright. So,
Do you share that with us?
there's more than one. Do I know, like, an approximate number?
No, you rolled a 5.
Okay. Pretty sure he's got more than one. Not sure how many, but there's definitely more than one.
So anywhere between 1 and 1,000. At least we can plan accordingly.
And I don't know a whole lot about dragons, right? I'm pretty ignorant on the subject.
Make a history check.
Okay, let's put that up for this throwaway comment that I want to make. It's 12.
Dragons are not exceedingly rare in this world. There are a lot of them. You may have run across a smaller drake or smaller wormling flying above the deep gardens at some point.
Okay.
But you don't have much knowledge of what they are or who they are or anything like that. Like your knowledge is limited to, they exist, there's different types, that type of a thing.
Man, I know they're not easy to come by, but if we could get 1 or 5 of those dragons, we would really have a stronger leg to stand on, if you will. And I'm just messing around. I know that's dreaming, but gosh, we should talk to either Rinwald, because he has all the books and all the information, to see what would be the best way to get some, or what would be the best other beast to fight dragons. Or we should talk to Sophia, because she knows a lot about animals and those creatures, and she could probably give us the guidance or point us in the right direction for what kind of beast would help out with that.
I mean, and say we play this close to the vest, but Sophia does have a young dragon.
What?
He'd be killed, but I don't know how fast he. Well, let's do a history check for me to see how well I know how fast that dragon can grow.
You would also know, just because you're bringing this up, it was still an egg. It had not hatched.
So yeah, as a 15,
Sophia has a dragon age.
it's not gonna be ready anytime soon.
Yeah, it's like if you watch Godzilla and Godzilla's son, when he tries to deal a lightning blast, it does a little bubble. That's gonna be our dragon.
We're gonna have to give him some miracle grow. Well, that is
Long-term
fascinating.
plan.
We definitely need to keep her in our on our good side, or stay in her good side.
We also need to keep her alive.
Yeah, this needs to stay between us to keep her
She
safe.
was harboring us, so that's something the council may need to know. What do you guys think?
We can bring it up to them. See if we can make it a priority to bring her here.
We should ask the council if they have any allies, such as dragons or this sort of beast that could assist. Perhaps we could form some sort of alliance. That'd be fun.
Well, I say let's go get something to eat and drink and get to know what this place is like.
Is it still like business hours? Can we? Hey, when does the? Are we still in the?
So you've been walking for a while through the city at this point, just kind of having this conversation. One thing you've noticed is that there are not a lot of shops per se. Like it seems like mostly just homes, and you see people kind of quickly walking to and fro. It doesn't seem like a lot of leisure in the city. It seems like a lot of business. But what you notice almost immediately is you have no perspective of where to go or where anything is or anything at all. It seems like this is almost a maze of a city.
Do they have a library here that we know of? I feel so uninformed with what we're trying to take on that I would like to research what the layout of the land is, what the history of the previous king, and kind of study what the current king is doing.
I mean, again, it's very hard pressed for you to find anywhere specific. Do you want to try and ask somebody, or are you just going to kind of wander into buildings? Like, what is your approach to trying to find out something here?
No, I'll look for the nearest person and walk up to them.
Yeah, you see probably like a 15-year-old human kid kind of carrying a big old satchel of stuff over his shoulder. He's walking by.
Excuse me.
Hello.
I'm new here in town. Yeah. I'm new here in town. My name is Aoth. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Charleston.
Ah, hi Charleston. Hey, I was wondering if you could help me out a little bit with the layout.
I'm sorry, with what?
The layout of the land. He gets stuck sometime. Layout of the land. Do you know if there's a library nearby or?
I mean, everything is run through the guilds. So if there was a library, I would say it's probably going to be in the infamous Saints. It's the Lore Guild.
The Nerd Guild. Got it. Did you get that, Aoth?
Yes, I got it. Sorry. Froze up over here.
Infamous Saints, the Nerd Guild? With the nerds in there?
But as far as how to get to them, I really don't know.
Do you know where the nearest shop is?
Clearly, you guys are very new here. When I say that everything is run through the guilds, I don't mean just like little bits here and there, like everything. Like every part of living in the city is run through.
Are we in a guild area right now?
Yes, every part of yes.
What guild area are we in right now?
Oh no.
I pull Tamin aside. I'm like, I don't think the guilds are open right now. They explained this to us that the guilds run in the morning until like 1 or 2, then people go off and do their thing, so everything shuts down at this point.
Okay, yeah, but I just want to know which guild we are in.
Oh, so the guilds aren't like they're like buildings. Like each guild is just a building of like a base, and then the people make up the guild. But it's not like a region.
So if there's like an archery guild, they have the like shooting area outside the city, but their headquarters is a building somewhere in the city.
Yes, there you go.
Right, that's it for me.
So I would look upset and say, pretend I am stupid and I need to know where to go for supplies.
Well, I don't think you're stupid.
Just pretend.
But if you needed supplies, probably let me think here. I'd probably go to the inventory guild. I think the code word is the Aqua Swords.
Thank you very much, young sir, as I have a sigh of relief on my face.
Yeah, of course. Can I go? Or do you need more help?
No, you're good. I appreciate it, Charleston.
Right, yeah, good luck. And again, if you just report to whatever guild you tested into, they should be able to help you out with everything you need.
Real quick off to the side, what was the password again? Guided swords? Or
Words.
Aqua Swords.
aqua swords?
Okay. Inventory guild. Why would I have a guild just for inventory? But you know what? Let's just go there.
Again, you have no idea where this is.
Yeah, this place seems to be like it's running on a trade economy versus commerce. That's why I think everybody is in a guild, everybody contributes to the city, but there isn't a row of shops or retail per se. Interesting model.
If we look around, like, looking at buildings, do they have, like, signs at least, or some symbol or something, that kind of, like, visual depiction or something that kind of...
You see that most of the buildings, again, just look like homesteads. But you do see, like, the occasional building that seems to have, like, something different, like a name outside of the home or something like that.
Okay. How about that one? And then I'll point to one that has a name on it.
Okay.
Like,
you point to the one, again, nearest to you, and you see that it says, Holy Vigorous.
Holy Vigorous. What does that mean?
I turn to the party. Perhaps we've misjudged how to navigate this place, and our individual guilds are the best way to find what we need.
So we should split up then.
No, we should wait until we get that map from the innkeep. So,
Okay.
now the guilds are kind of on a time schedule. What's the dealio with the council? Are they typically around?
Sorry, who are you talking to?
The team. Do we have, like, do you guys want to go see them now? Because we don't have a map, so we can't find anything. We can't find our own guilds to find the other guilds. So unless you guys want us to start knocking on doors.
This is like the same day we just finished like training, I think, right? Or listening
Testing.
to our so if there's like the only thing we can do right now is probably just like try to find like a shop, right? That's what you guys want. But because we can't find anything
Yeah, did they tell us to go to an inn and we
ourselves or something,
we got ourselves some rooms?
I think we
I believe Tepman already paid for us on that regard. Appreciate it, Tepman.
we ended up
We could go back there and ask some questions and get directions.
He said wait for the map, and he's not going to have that until, what did he say, tomorrow morning? Yeah, so we are effectively on our own. If you guys want to go try and talk to the council, see if they're available, we can get a jump start on priorities.
Let's do that.
Other than that, I think it's going to be a waste of time looking for shops.
I would like to try and see if we can somehow find the council just by looking around.
I will follow because like we have time.
I mean, we've been there, right?
Yeah, you know where the
Yeah,
council
we
is.
can backtrace our
Pretty much
steps.
just
Yeah.
backtrack yourself exactly to where they are.
No survival check for that? Damn.
You don't need to. You guys again turn around, go back to kind of where you are. The council chamber has a few guards outside of it, but seeing you guys approach, they don't hassle you at all, and they just allow you to enter.
I'm curious, why are there guards in the city if it's such a restrictive society? Can I do any kind of insight or
Sure. Go ahead and make some
something
insight
to
checks.
shed light on that? God damn it. 12. It
Uh,
slowly teeters on the 19 and it's like, yeah.
let me see if I can help. 21.
So I'd say with the 12, it just kind of seems like the important people, they just have a little bit of extra security. With the 21, you recognize it more as, even though all of these people are working together, there is not necessarily an inherent trust of a central organization. Like, these are all people banding together to fight a common enemy, but not necessarily a common people. But as you guys enter, you find yourself back in the chamber as before. Much less of the council is here, but there are still a few members present. As you begin to come in, you see as Frederick, the Kenku that you guys have spoken to probably the most at this point, goes, "Oh, welcome back. Everybody got their testing done okay? I see lots of shiny little badges there.
We did pretty well.
Good, you'll
Testing
be
went great.
Yes, and you'll be great additions to our alliance."
Train you weaklings? Yes, absolutely. Matter of fact.
So what can I do for you all as you found your way back here?
We're seeking an audience with the council to kind of map out our next couple of days and see how we can contribute and how we should prioritize our time.
Well, I can't offer you a formal meeting with the council as we are not all available, but there are a few of us here that you could speak to if you wish.
That should be fine. This isn't really going to be a formal thing anyway.
All right. So you kind of see as he kind of walks back up to the council circular like half moon chairs, and you see there that there are 4 people present. You see Frederick. Obviously, you also see a female human, kind of younger, tribal tattoo kind of along the chest, but just kind of a mean look in her eye. Not necessarily like she's a mean person, but like maybe don't mess with this person. She seems to have an air about her like that. You also see Nadir Say, who tested Temin. And then the last person you see is Tembos as well, who is still there, who had also tested one of you as well. So those are the 4 that you kind of see sitting up there. Frederick waits for you guys to kind of come forward and goes, all right, we have 4 here in the council. Again, my name is Frederick. This here is Nadir Say. The lovely lady here is Nikki. And finally, we have, of course, Thibaut Moss for here as well. So what can we do for you?
Temin, do you want to...
Yeah, so we're waiting to do some, actually like find our guilds and discover what they have to offer and what we can offer them, but that's going to have to wait until tomorrow. We were thinking about spending this time to come up with a plan for what we can be doing outside of the city, how our goals can align with your goals, what you might want us to be able to do or help out with. One idea was possibly springing one of the captured party that rescued us from the arena.
I was not informed that anybody had survived that encounter.
Many fell, but one at least was captured alive.
I believe it was the leader.
I mean, we came back with 3 of them.
Well, yes, but outside of that, those 3.
Oh, gotcha. No, they were definitely keen on taking somebody prisoner. I think it was the leader of that group.
Well, that is dire news indeed. For we would very much like to rescue all that we can.
Right.
Let's start, and you watch as he kind of begins to like divert the conversation, and you watch as Thibaut Moss kind of just cuts off and goes, if they are captured, then we should immediately assemble a team and go. You are not ready. Frederick kind of comes back and goes, well now, I do believe that we should have them check in with their guilds before we do anything rash, of course, but I don't know about your testy Thibaut Moss, but mine did very well in various areas, and may perhaps be prepared to do such a venture as this. And you watch as the female kind of chimes in at this point, and you go, and she goes, plus I don't think we can play softly with this one. She's kind of eyeing Aoth up and down. We'll probably have to make a statement. He is a large figure, after all, in this game. What say you?
I think if we can leverage my presence to gain more allyships and build our strength, I am all for it. Assuming I understand you correctly.
No, I think you do. Frederick? Frederick, coming back up again, goes, all right, well, let me propose a plan. What if, on tomorrow, you check in with each of your guilds, get your guild assignments for the week, and then, if you still wish to take on this additional rescue mission, you can do so along with your guild work. However, if you feel like your guild work is going to be too difficult for you, then we will assemble a more settled team to instead attempt this. How does that sound?
Sounds fair.
Works for me.
Very well. Were you able to find the inn?
Yes, thank you.
Right. You should be able to stay there. I told them to
We were
have... directions for you to your guilds in the morning. I'm sorry, did you have a question?
I was trying to find a library of sorts, or a place where I could research the history and background of the king and the land, so I can contribute better with planning.
Ah, very interesting. Well, again, you'll get a little bit more of this on tomorrow, but the way our operation works is we work in specialties. So that's why you have your own guilds, and there are those whose guilds are specialties of research. So perhaps you should put in an official request with the Lore Guild. I believe, Thibaut Moss, you are part of that as well. Could you put in an official request? Thibaut Moss kind of looks specifically at Aoth and goes, yes, we could, but it would need to come directly from one of your guilds. That way we can be sure to bill appropriately.
Thank you. I'll make sure to respect the chain of command and send that request your way.
Alright, well, I'll get started on the request earlier. That way we can have an answer for you, hopefully, when the request comes in.
Thank you.
I ask, would you be interested if I told you I knew of the location of a dragon egg?
You watch as the whole room goes very silent. Very, very silent. And after a few long minutes of kind of that awkward silence, Frederick goes, yes, that would be quite important information. That is kind of like saying that you have information on, secret entrances into the capital city. I guess tell me.
Ren goes tries to subtly message Reek and is like, I think secrecy is our friend here.
Can I feel the room, like insight, like kind of just like a vibe?
Yeah.
Say, like,
Go ahead and make an insight.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I picked up on anything kind of passively, like perception-wise, just sensing by like that silence.
Go ahead.
I got a 14, so my eyeball just like kind of different directions, looking at different people.
Dirty 20.
Very tense. And I would say specifically, Reek, you notice that they, like everything up to this point, even the news of Aoth being a king, none of that compares to the news of a dragon egg. And you watch that the council is treating this information very carefully and trying to find out what they can without spooking you guys.
So naturally, having been spooked, my reaction is passively saying, of course, this is sensitive information, and I cannot betray somebody who's given me hearth and harbor, same as I can't betray you. What would your intent be if you knew the location of this egg?
Well, if we knew the location of a dragon egg, we would most likely go search it out and try and bring it back here. Hopefully with that, we might be able to hatch the dragon and create a reaver of our own to help compete with the reavers of the Empire.
With respect to the council and with gratitude for your hospitality, with this information, we have to ask that the individual harboring this dragon, our former host, be treated with the most safety and brought here along with the dragon egg, as they are the ones who are very capable of ensuring the egg's survival and growth. They're a critical asset to us actually having a live dragon.
He must be willing to come.
Absolutely, if they are willing to come and they mean no ill intent for our cause, then we would be most happy to offer them sanctuary.
Thank you.
Should I assume then that this person is somewhere you've stayed recently within the Empire?
I'm not sure that would be safe to assume. It's where I've been, but I've been on many travels. I am from a far-off land.
Make a deception check.
Why the long face, Tom?
Oh, I'm sorry. The mic didn't pick it quite up. I'm still trying to hide the movie in the background. That's an 8.
8.
Why the long face?
Frederick looks you kind of up and down and goes, well, of course, yes, one of your kind. He must have come from far away. Well, if we... I at any time earn your trust, please present us with that information, and we would be more than happy to make the necessary moves for that.
I do have a question about this that may bring us both to a mutual end. If we may have an incursion to ask this person if they're willing to come, would that work out? Is there a way that you could see us possibly being the ones to speak with her to try and bring her over here?
Perhaps we could do that. Again, it's lots of information very, very rapidly, but I would say that if this is your request, then we will do our best to honor it.
I'm gonna like just step up and kind of like cut into that conversation, just to, like kind of, because kind of feel like they shouldn't need to know anymore. I'm probably like this will be like I have a question. Do you have any additional contact, potential allies in these lands? They are vast.
I think much to the same degree as you want to keep your allies safe, so would we. But to answer your question generally, we do have spies throughout the Apodera Empire, as well as allies, among other regions of this world as well. So, yes.
Okay. Well, we're just looking to see if we could perhaps hasten that process by assisting.
Well, of course, we wish that too. We would not have brought you in among our numbers if we did not think that you were going to aid in our cause. Is there anything else that we can do for you today?
I'll turn around.
Yeah, no, I think we accomplished or set up what we need to for today. Guild's in the morning. We should be here promptly after to officially sign up for that rescue mission.
Very well then. All right, well, go get a good night's sleep, and I will see each of you in your guilds tomorrow, those of you who are among the same guilds as me. And if not, I'm sure you'll see one of our wonderful council there.
All right. So as we walk away, it's like pretty much like we have a couple of options right here, right? So continue our guild work. Is that tomorrow? And then we're considering rescuing a captured leader, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah, go to our guilds, find out what they need. We can get outside the city, try to rescue that leader if any of the other teammates survived as well. Although I have a feeling it's just the one. And anything along the way, bandits, general rapscallions, and general shenanigans.
Sounds like a good time.
Sounds good to me.
Well, do you guys wish to do anything with the evening, or do you want to just fast forward to the next day?
Yeah, we can fast forward. That's my point.
I would like to face the council and say, perhaps I've had an incident, obviously, in town, side-eyeing combos. You have perhaps some simple clothes that I may acquire. As I look down at my tattered rags that were destroyed in the fight.
You watch as Tebomas goes, I'll make sure that you have something sent to the inn.
Very kind of you, sir.
On me.
The squeak offended. Isn't that good enough? When I patch your clothing, it's okay. I'm not mad.
Right. Well, you guys make it back to the inn. You guys take your evening's rest. Tomorrow you all wake up bright and early. And to expedite this process, because you guys will all be going to individual guilds, let's try and just kind of snap to the moment you're there and worry a little less about how you get there and all that. Does that sound okay with you guys?
Sure.
All right. So just to keep everybody engaged, let's get a good old rollies off here and see who goes first.
Okay. Is this kind of like leading into like our kind of our night, the time we spent leveling up, kind of?
Yeah. So that time that you spent leveling up, kind of all was
Like
a
right
culmination of this period. But yeah, by now you have your new abilities, you have your new things, but now it's time to kind of get introduced to the city and the people of the city, right? So
I don't get my lucky on rollies, do I?
Sure you do.
Yeah! Slightly better, but still probably dead last.
All right. Well, then we'll start with you. What'd you get?
4.
4. Reek.
7.
Blitz.
12.
Aoth.
14.
Rin.
I got a 9.
All right. Aoth. Which of your 3 guilds would you like to go to first?
I'm going to start with the Battlemaster Guild.
Okay. And one thing that you would have been told is that it is not called the Battlemaster Guild because I changed the name after I put you in it. So give me a moment. Let me find what I changed it to. Because you're already in the Fighter Guild, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I knew this was going to come up because this was the one that I changed. Should have had it ready. Okay. So what this one is going to be called is going to be called the Weapon Hunter Guild. And its specific code name, which all of you guys will learn this at your various guilds, but each of the guilds has a name to be used in the Empire so that they don't know what you're talking about, but code can be used within. So whenever you're referring to your guild inside the Empire, you need to use the code name. If you're referring to it within the city, you can call it just by the guild name. But this is the Weapon Hunter Guild, known as Blades Criminals. So you, again, follow your map down to that option. You make your way all the way within it. And as you arrive, you are met at the door of a dojo-esque location by somebody you have seen before. This morning, at this location, you see the woman from the council the night before.
Nikki?
Nikki. And she goes, "Well, good morning, Prince. Should I say King? How are you?"
Good morning, Nikki. Yeah, we'll be just fine. As far as what to call me, I'm doing well. Well rested. Thank you for your hospitality again. And looking forward to meeting everybody here in the guild.
I've been sent here by the leader of this guild to give your orientation. I am not actually part of this guild. But Jenna, the guild leader, is away on mission at the moment. So, with that in mind, let's talk about your priorities here within this guild. Each guild has tasks that each person will complete weekly. For your instance here, as part of the Weapon Hunter Guild, is that you will be using your skills in battle to hunt down various threats or animals or whatever needs to be done at the time, if anything is spotted and done. This is a fairly easy guild to be a part of. There is not constant work, but whenever work is called upon, you do have to be a part of it. You do not get the option to opt out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right.
And back out of a fight.
Not that we would
Okay,
expect that
decline
you
one.
would, but this is not a... You should not have to worry about morals here. We would not send you to fight anything that is not truly a monster. This is not the Assassin's Guild. You will not be sent after people.
Very well. Good to know.
Okay. While you are here, do you mind if we take care of your Fighters Guild introduction as well, since I am the leader of that guild?
Ah, yes. Absolutely. Thank you.
Alright, this one is a little bit different. As a member of the Fighters Guild, you are going to be required to train those of lower rank and status than you. What status were you given by your trainer again?
Gold. Level 2.
Level 2. Level 2. Okay. I would say then that... You will be giving lessons to Wonus. I believe you have already been introduced. He is an astral elf assigned here.
Yeah.
he prioritizes knife skills. When you are in guild, it will be your job to train him, and if it is at all appropriate, you will take him on missions that seem appropriate to his skill level. You will assess the skill level and come up with a customized training plan for him. Any questions?
Oh, man, thank you.
All right.
What is the Fighters Guild codename?
Good question. Soldiers of the Eagle is what we call ourselves within the Empire. And another job that you will have, thank you for reminding me, whenever you are within the Empire, is to recruit for your various guilds. So if you come across an apt fighter who you feel would be good for our cause, recruit them to the Soldiers of the Eagle. Same with a hunter. If you find somebody proficient with blade or the hunting skills, do the same for that guild.
Okay, I can do that. Why the eagle?
Oh, who knows? People make up funny names all the time for this. It was not made by me. I took over after the name was in place.
It has nothing to do with a city or any heritage.
If it does,
Just a random name.
not that I know of.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Alright, well, this was pretty straightforward. I believe you have one more guild to go to, judging by the look
I
on your
do.
chest.
I do. Can you point me toward the Blacksmithing Guild?
Yes, I'm not a member, nor do I wish to be associated with it. However, the Blacksmith Guild is, and she kind of shows you on the map where to find it. And she goes, as for the name, I couldn't honestly not tell you. They don't tell the names people outside of the guilds. I happen to know this one just because Jenna asked me to do so.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help this morning, Nikki. I'll head over to the Blacksmithing Guild.
Always good. Very well. You head over to the Blacksmith Guild to kind of round up your time here. And you come across a kind of, what's the word for it? It's not a poor home or anything like that, but it does not seem to have the finery that other places. It seems very simple, kind of homestead, but you do see that within this homestead there are multiple irons and multiple kind of flows of heat and ovens and stuff in which to bake weaponry.
And as I walk in, I just kind of take a look around and stretch, just like, finally, familiar territory. Yeah. Just let the warmth engulf me.
Yeah, you kind of look around. You do not see anyone at first. And then after a few moments, you do see a kind of dark-skinned man with long black braids that kind of go down his hair. And he looks up from kind of an iron that he's working, and he goes, "Oh, hello there. You lost?"
Hello there. Not if this is the Blacksmithing Guild. I've been assigned to come speak with the leader.
You're kidding me. We haven't had a new member of the Blacksmith Guild in a long, long time. In fact, I'm the only one here. I am Oliver Lunadream. I am currently working here as a level 2 blacksmither, and like I said, it's pretty much just me.
Huh. Who is the leader of the Blacksmithing Guild?
He kind of looks you over and he goes, well, judging by the pin there on your chest, I'd say probably you.
I was afraid of that. Well, great, Oliver. Thank you for.
Yeah, let me get you
It's
acquainted.
great meeting you.
Let me get you acquainted here real quick. So first off, the code word here for the Blacksmith Guild is Earthfield. That's what we use whenever we're recruiting and whenever we need to talk about it. And this here is the sheet that we have to do for our weekly work. I, as a gold member of the guild, I have to create 6 creations a week, whether they be weapons or anything that's on the list of needed materials. As a platinum member yourself, you have either 3 mastered work creations, or there are some other things that you can do. But that is, again, on a weekly basis.
Thank you. Are there any others in the guild right now?
Nope, just me.
Just you and I?
As soon as I finish with your orientation here, I'm going to be looking to you for leadership. So really just kind of let me know what you want me to do, or if you have any questions. I'll be really looking forward to learning from you.
Yeah, I'd love to show you a thing or two and to learn. You can always learn from everybody. What do we have to work with here as far as equipment and materials?
Oh, well, I guess I should say that we do actually have a couple of members, but the bronze level, they are only good for ore retrieval. We send them out to the various ore mines, they gather the materials that we need for the week, and they bring it back.
Where do we get the requisition list of what needs to be built?
Oh, the council will bring it about weekly, again, for what is needed.
Okay. Do we have a inventory? I'd like to see an inventory of what ore we do have on hand.
Yeah, sure. Give me a second. Let me.
I know the council already had a list. Thank you, of things they want, but there's also a list that my party and myself have been committed to.
Oh yeah. No worries. Let's see here. He kind of starts shuffling through a couple of papers, and he goes, "All right. Well, weapons. They really don't care what kind of weapons. They just want weapons." Is on the inventory list. Armor specifically, again, for us, metal armors, those are more specifics, but as far as what we have to work with, we do have quite a good stock of ore right now, about 80 units of ore. We don't have any specialty ores right now, as there are mostly from Vlad, and we haven't gotten a shipment from them in a while. We do have about 50 units of wood. If we need any mechanical units, we can hit up the Artificers Guild, or the Hunters Guild for any creature type units. I'm sorry, does that answer the question you were looking for?
Yeah, so as far as specialty ore, you're referring to adamantine, for example?
Adamantine, fire ore, black ore, gold. There's lots of different types of ores that you can get from Vlad.
Okay. I guess I must have used up the last of the adamantine then. With this axe. What do you think of it?
Holy crap, that's the best axe I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you. I just, this is what I had to build for my test for the guild yesterday. But I'm glad it turned out nicely.
Yeah, I mean that's way better than anything else I could do.
We'll get you to build one. We'll get you there soon. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else that comes to mind, Oliver?
I want to get to work. Are you ready to start?
Let's go.
All right. And we're gonna cut away from your introductions to your various guilds as you guys begin to hammer your way through some of the things. And we will now instead jump to Blitzkrieg.
Oh, okay.
Blitzkrieg, which of the guilds did you wish to visit first?
Let's see. He doesn't want to go to a craftsman guild. It's kind of boring. He considering the arcane or artificer, but I think he's gonna basically like you want to go to the artificer to start, I believe.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, given your map that you're able to go ahead and do so, you find that the Artificer Guild is located kind of deep within one of the mountain caverns. You immediately see outside, seemingly waiting for you, is one of the council members, Rosa Bemove, as you see on stream right now. Again, her dark, curly black hair, very young human. She is kind of sitting kind of on the steps of this building as you come up. The actual building itself is kind of an interesting mix. You see both kind of metals and woods kind of interchanged within it to kind of give it a very, I guess, a very interesting style as far as how it looks to the people that kind of are around it.
Okay.
But it does look to be very stable, I guess maybe is the word for it. In the sense that it is not, it does not look like something that can be easily destroyed with like an accidental,
I see. So structurally sound. They spent a lot of time making sure the internals are, the building blocks are there, everything is perfect.
correct.
I already like this.
All right. Rosa looks at you and goes, "Oh, well met, Blitzkrieg. Nice to officially meet you here. What did we assign you to as far as your level here again?"
I'm a level 2 artificer.
"And what is your specialties?"
Explosions.
She kind of gives a small chuckle. She's like, "Isn't it all of ours?"
Yes.
Let me be more specific. I am an artificer that specifies with alchemy. I make elixirs, an alchemist, specifically those of a frosted cold infusion. One of our other council members, Mavris, he is more of a worker with arcane armor. And Iliad, I believe you've met, is a cannon specialist. She works with projectiles and flamethrowers and things like that.
Yes. I do know him. Sure. Sorry.
So, of yours, is it any of those specifics, or do you have your own unique style?
Let's see. What's your name again? Sorry. Iliad, right?
Iliad, yes.
Yeah, I think. My abilities are similar to Iliad, but much more advanced.
Oh, well, that'll
Seen
be.
rudimentary equipment, and it always fails. In combat, that is how we lost the leader.
Oh,
Treated hard.
that's quite disturbing. But maybe this is good then. Maybe you can show Iliad the ropes, and we can turn you into our Eldritch Cannon specialist for any missions that need that specialties.
Yes, I already am. Just show me where Iliad is. How we train this guy, this girl.
Yes, of course. And she kind of brings you into the room, and you see Iliad kind of tinkering with kind of the portion of her exterior cannon that seems to be in control of flame bursts. And you see her kind of messing with some of the things there. And we'll say, for the sake of ease, after a little bit of time, you kind of set the groundwork for what you're going to be working on with Iliad in the future, and kind of give her some, quick reproach on her jobs. But you have now set your affairs of what your job is within the Artificer Guild, is to specifically train Iliad. And you are told that the name of this guild for any in-Empire excursions is Shields of the Lost Age.
Shields of the Lost Age. That's a strong name.
Yeah, we call it SLA for short.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I know you have other introductions to get to, though, so I don't want to keep you here. Do you know where you're off to next?
I'm gonna basically almost like she's not really there. I'm just going over everything that Iliad's working on, and it's like, your work is getting better. I approve of this. What was it? What do you say? What do you ask?
I'm sorry, I just thought I'd mention that you had other guilds to go check in with this morning.
Yes. The Arcane Guild. Do you know where that is?
Yes, I am a member. Would you like me to accompany you there?
Sure.
All right. She begins to walk you, honestly, not all that far, to Charoz's, the Arcane Guild. And immediately you see that there are lots of spells just being cast willy-nilly around this kind of area. But you see Frederick up front and goes, "Oh, yes, yes, yes. Looky here. We have one of our few members of the new Arcane Guild." And for the sake of ease, Rin, I believe you are also in this guild.
Yep.
And was there any others also in this guild? I don't believe
Anyone
so.
else Arcane? I don't think so. I think
Okay.
it's just us.
So, Rin, you are also kind of arriving at this similar time to the guild. Frederick goes, "Oh, yes, yes. Both of you. Rin, Blitzkrieg. Hello."
I give Rin like an acknowledgement, like, you know, two bug arms just wave.
Two bug arms.
The tiny ones wave at the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, well, I don't want to. Oh, you're speaking. Speak.
Mm. What?
Or don't
You looking
speak. I don't really care. Either way.
Are you looking at me? Are you looking at who are you looking at?
You know what? Let's save the speaking for later.
Yeah, who's it looking at?
I'm Frederick. You all know me. But in this capacity, I am just the leader of Charoses. The Arcane Guild has a little bit of, well, there's a little bit less rules on the Arcane Guild because I am the leader of it, and I have my own innate power and control here. But what I do for guild members is we focus on your specific brand of magic, and we try and enhance it and make you an expert, and we find you a use for it. Take Rosa here, for example. She is an expert at the color spray spell. And so we use that spell to make blinding traps all around our encampment here. Or take Kilius, for example. He is excellent with comprehend languages and charm persons. We've turned him into our low-level interrogator.
Okay.
So, let's talk about you two. What are your specialties? What do you feel specifically accomplished in?
Bryn speaks up, dealing some damage.
Well, that is quite general. Do you have specific spells you kind of revert to?
Yes. A lot of the time, I will do guiding bolts. I'm pretty good at.
Clerical magic. That's always nice.
Yeah.
Guided bolt. Yes. Well, you do know that guided bolt has other affinities other than just damage, correct?
Oh yeah. It lights things up, right?
Yes, and it gives your allies opportunities to inflict higher velocities of likelihood in which to hit, which if you have a big hitter, you can use that tactically to make sure that your enemies are unaware.
Makes sense.
Yes, good sense. You, Blitzkrieg, what about you?
I don't know magic.
None at all. Then how did you make your way into the Arcane Guild?
I have tools of the trade, and they assist me in utilizing the elements, you could say.
More of a natural kind of magic, more of like a druidic magic.
What's a druid? Don't worry about it.
No worries. Okay,
No.
well, what are your specialties then?
Well, elements. Elemental. So, currently, I'm configured for a frost sort of blast.
Cold.
Although I do have... Last night I did configure fire blast too, yes. I do have fire too.
Heat and cold together.
And I do have electrical, but well, I don't like that one. And I do have a creature that I could my eldritch cannon. I call that.
Interesting. I think that would be better used for the Artificer Guild, personally. But let's focus on your magic. So it seems like both of you seem to have more of an offensive style of magic, something to get in and get some damage done.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, I think the best usage for your specific skills would be a test in battle to see just how good we can make your abilities. And I think based on what you had talked to me about yesterday, we may have just the things coming up. So let's go ahead and for now, put you on a team called the Firing Squad.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like fun.
Okay, wonderful. Well, when the Firing Squad is needed, we will call up. But in the meantime, keep practicing and be sure to check in with your other guilds.
But we'll do.
All right. Wonderful,
I
wonderful,
look at
wonderful.
Rain's like, is that it?
We're on the firing squad, I guess. That's what we do.
Okay, let's go then.
All right, and we'll continue on with Blitzkrieg. Where is your last guild to go to?
Well, I guess I'll see you later, Rain.
Unless you're going to the healing guild.
No, he's gonna like, we walk together and he's just gonna like, well, if I haven't seen a word, just gonna split the other way.
Okay.
So he's going to the Craftsman's Guild.
So you look, and under Craftsman Guild on your map, there are subsections of every craft that you could think of. So is there a specific craft that you are interested in going to? To give you some examples, we have things like the Carpenters Guild, the Calligrapher Guild, Cobblers, Glassblowers, Jewelers, Leatherworkers, Masons, Potters, Weavers, Farmers, Firearms, Brewers, etc.
He does pass by firearms like, interesting. Is there like a Tinker Guild? Like something of the word Tinker?
The Tinkerers Guild would be the Artificer Guild.
Oh, okay.
They are one and the same.
Took care of that then. You know what? He's good. He's gonna go to the firearms. Like, he's curious. Like,
Okay.
Firearms.
You show up, and weirdly enough, even though you had just left him, you see Frederick pop up again and goes, "Oh,
You again.
had to jump right over here to make sure I was here for your orientation. How silly would it have been if I was still back at the Arcane Guild?"
It would be really silly.
You watch as he pulls from his feathers just like these two mechanical pistols, which you've never seen before. But immediately you can begin to interpret kind of the usage of them. And you watch as he goes, "This here are mechanical devices that utilize a combination of black powder, flint trigger, and an igniting surface to create a powerful blast. Very similar to your arcane cannons, but without magic at all. Someone who has no magical ability or even no control over the elements would be able to use this device."
Wow, amazing. Check this out. And then he's gonna whip out his like the pinpoint conductor rod. It's almost a lightning rod.
Mhm.
And it has like a handle and it has like a little trigger to it. Looks almost like a firearm. It's like, this thing can blast elemental damage. Check this out. And then he's gonna basically point to somewhere. He's just gonna use it to cast Frostbolt, for example.
And he goes, "Oh wow, what an interesting mechanic you used there."
Yeah. Oh
Again,
no! Wait for it. Wait for it. And then like after like a second, you see like a second like kind of just like the first blast hits, and then right behind it like another blast. Like, oh, there it goes. It takes a second. But it does like a second blast.
It's a delayed trigger. Interesting.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yes, I mean, well, very interesting. I think that you should let me help you with that in the arcane. But here, I would be very curious to see if you could take your technology that you utilize for this and make a mechanical weapon that does not rely on your specific skills with the elements. Look, and he pulls out the guns and you hear two loud bangs as you watch as the area where you had just frosted, all of a sudden you see two chunks of the wall come out as he fires two bullets.
What was that?
look here. And he like opens it up and pulls out one of the bullets and goes, this is where we store the black powder. And once it is ignited, it is propelled through the end of the weapon, creating a spiraling effect.
Oh, that's intriguing. I don't think I've had these before.
Well, we'll teach you right up on it. We'll get you good as gold with them and maybe even get you to make yourself a pair.
I like you. Let's do this.
All right, and then you kind of just sit and begin to work.
Yeah.
Jumping back to Rin. I know you have the Healers Guild to go to. Do you wish to go there or to the Clerics Guild first? Rin?
He's gonna go Farm Guild.
Oh, I'm sitting here talking. Sorry. I had the Healers Guild, the Spy Guild, and the Arcane Guild, so...
Very good. So do you wish to go to the Spy or the Healers Guild first?
Let's go to the Spy Guild. That sounds fun.
Alrighty.
Yes.
You find its location on the map, and you are able to go ahead and kind of head off in that direction. As you do so, you find again, fairly ostentatious building, very large, kind of like marble columns, a lot of greenery around this inner part of the mountain. You see some trees, some kind of manicured bushes and such. Has a very kind of pompous look to it. As you enter, you hear a sound that comes from nowhere in particular. It says, Rinratal, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, good to see you.
Voice that sounds familiar, you said?
It does sound familiar, but you're not sure where it's coming from.
Can I roll a perception to see?
You kind of look around and it's coming from like a recording device, something that's not specifically there. And you hear the voice again goes, "Oh, now Rinratal, don't be taken off guard. My name is Sazam Shalom. We met yesterday."
Oh yeah. Why are you not here?
I am part of the Spies Guild. I am on mission, but I am the leader of this organization and need to bring you through your orientation, and so I will do so. I am currently in charge of the Seadale Post, which is, as you should probably assume, the most dangerous place to be in the country right now. But that is where I'm headed to.
Yep.
There are a few others in the various cities in and around the Apodor Empire that are there. We leave the members' names anonymous, just so that if somebody is captured, everyone is not found out.
Makes sense.
Important to note, the name of our organization is Marbleford, and that is the name you should use anytime you are within the Apodor Empire. One thing also, how is your finery of culture? Hello? This thing may be a recorded device, but it doesn't actually have the ability to see anything. So if you left, I really have no idea.
There you go. Ren is confused as all get out of this question. He's like, refinery?
Can you hang in noble court and not seem output?
Oh, of course.
Make a deception check.
Thought it before. That's a 10.
Yes. Well, if you've done it before, maybe my ears are mistaking me. It definitely doesn't sound like you have the lingo down, but no matter. We won't have that be a limiting factor of your station. I do believe I was informed by Frederick that you had already requested a mission into the Empire for another purpose, yes?
Me and my comrades, yep.
Well then I think perhaps instead of stationing you at a specific city, perhaps you will be a wandering spy, and wherever you end up going, you'll just be able to report back to me the information you find on the going-abouts of the country, important figures, nobles, people who need to be killed, things that need to be stolen. The basic things.
What's that job?
What's the job title? You're a spy. What job title do you need?
Okay. Spy squad it is. Or it's just...
Very well. Any equipment you should need for your various assignments will be provided here whenever you are put on assignment. You will have a locker. Your locker number is 1891418120112. Do you need me to repeat that?
Nope.
Very well. All right.
1891418120112.
Say that one more time.
1891418120112.
Smart one I see here. All right.
Not really.
Good at remembering then. All right, well, off to your other introductions. And you watch as the machine just literally clicks off.
Like, is there anything else in this room?
You're literally just in like an empty, like, greeting hall, essentially, with this recorded device on top of it.
Weird. Alright.
You do see on the walls, though, there are like 10 to 12 lockers with different numbers on them.
Can I go open my locker?
You certainly can. You do find one that has the name Rin Rital on it. You punch in your number. It opens, and there is nothing there.
Absolutely nothing. Huh?
You
Alright.
haven't been given a mission yet. You have nothing to be provided with yet.
Okay. Cool. I will walk out and head out to the Healers Guild, I guess.
Does not take you long to get to the Healers Guild, as it is fairly close. You see, oddly enough, Tebelmoss outside the Healers Guild and looks at you as you approach, and he goes, "All right, well, I don't know how I got so lucky to do this, but let's get this shit out of the way quickly."
What's this guy doing that Hulu skill?
Hey, Elf, can you hear me or not?
Yeah, I got you. He said, let's get this shit out of the way quickly. I assumed you were going off.
All right. The name, Pristine Wound. That's what the name you'll use anytime you're recruiting within the Empire. There are only 2 rules of this guild, and attendance is never required. Rule number 1.
Wait, Pristine what?
Wound.
Gotcha.
Here are the 2 rules. Anyone capable of healing a fatal wound of an ally in a time of war must do so. No exceptions. Rule number 2. Anyone capable of healing a minor wound in times of peace, when asked, must do so.
Rin is struggling internally with this.
I knew it. Wait, what?
You just see his face like,
His eyes twitching.
yep.
His
Alright.
voice breaking.
Very well, get out of here.
I mean, you're not gonna put me through like a test or anything? I thought I could be like on the council thing, they said.
Yeah, fuck if I care. You watch as he just leaves. You do
Oh, that
notice
guy.
that he only has a gold guild status.
Oh, he jelly.
Ah, interesting. So, you don't want to test me just because I'm superior to you?
Oh,
Weren't you already tested? We're all on the same
Very
team
much
now.
so, but
I just expect
It-
you to do your job just like everybody else. You heal those who are dying, or you get killed yourself.
get killed by who?
Well, if the enemy doesn't kill you, and you run away from healing somebody who needed your help, I'll be first in line.
Yeah, sounds like that'll be fun.
Looking forward to it.
I will thaumaturge you to make him like smell bad for a moment. Stench of your own words got to you there, huh, bud?
Ghost smells like mother's home. Fuck off. And he just keeps walking. Alright. We're gonna hard cut our way over to...
I would add one more question for him,
Yeah,
but that's fine.
you can yell it after him. He's pretty far away now.
No, I'll wait for the council. That's fine.
I don't remember. Aoth, Temin, which one of you rolled a 7?
Temin's a 4. Reek,
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Oh, it was...
Reek's a 7.
Was it Reek? Okay, my bad. Oh, we already did Aoth. Duh. Reek,
Yes.
where are you headed to first?
Barbarian Guild.
Barbarian Guild.
Hell yeah.
All right. You make your way down to the Barbarian Guild, which you would find labeled on the map that you were given. And you find yourself right back where you were yesterday when you guys were kind of wandering about the city. And you see a sign hanging outside of a door that says, Holy Vigorous.
Oh, interesting. And I walk in.
You see, once again, Nikki, though you had not seen her earlier, you see her now. And you watch as, unlike how the people, the invisible people watching our performance here, saw her act at the Fighters Guild, she's acting very different here. She's very much seemingly in charge, kind of ordering people around, kind of just an air of command here. And she looks at you kind of walking in and goes, Reek, our new member, how fare you?
Fine. Yourself?
From what I heard from your training, you are going to be one of our elites very quickly.
Suppose that's a possibility. I can hold my own.
Oh, I've heard you can hold more than that. We'll make it simple. We follow 4 tenets here in the Barbarian Guild. 1, we are the muscle. 2, we patrol the city. 3, we eat our fill. And 4, we drink our fill. If you can follow my rule in those 4 simple directions, then this should be quite beneficial.
Very well. What is the code name?
It's on the door outside. It's Holy Vigorous.
Is that spelled H-O-L or...
I'm gonna be frank with you. If you can spell it correctly, you're probably not in the right place. Well, questions?
When and where do I get my assignments?
You start your assignments next week. I don't think anybody in your group is going to be given anything with the conversation we had yesterday. Just yet.
Very well.
But know that when you're needed, I'll call for you.
Very well.
I hope you're ready.
And I just turn around and walk out, and I go to the Scout Guild.
You make your way quite a ways, as the Scout Guild is on kind of the very edge of the city, kind of back through the tunnels towards where you guys had originally entered. You, weirdly enough, see a moorbounder kind of running around a pin, seemingly happy, well-fed, taken care of. But as you kind of...
Recognize it as Morty?
Yeah, you do. As you approach, though, you see as specifically Heron is there kind of loosely waiting for you, but also kind of at the same time doing something else. But you see he has kind of feet up on a table. He seems to be the only person in the room at the moment. And kind of looks over at you and goes, hello again.
Greetings.
I heard you wish to join the Scouting Guild.
Wouldn't say reluctantly, but wouldn't say I sought it out.
Well, we'll be happy to have you. It's not many capable of flight. That's also not, let's just say squishy. I'm Perrin, as I think we've been introduced. I have one other commander at my disposal. The name is quite a mouthful, but I'll give it to you once, and then you can talk to them about what they wish to be called. His name is Nayu Aldrash Kalzuvar. Kaluzavur. I can never get the last name right. It's a dragonborn. There's not many of their kind around here, but he is quite a fierce and proud warrior. He helps with scouting from time to time, and he is the leader whenever I am not here.
Very well.
I often mix my times both scouting for the rebels here, as well as doing my spy duties within the Empire. So if I am on assignment, he will be the person that you report to until such a time as you usurp him for leadership.
Very well. What do my duties involve?
For now, whenever you are here and whenever you are not on assignment, you will patrol according to Nayu's timetable. Typically, as I believe you have no dark vision, is that correct?
That is correct.
We will keep you to day patrols then, as there's no point in you flying around at night if you can't see anything.
Sounds about right. What is the code word?
Memories of the Tame. That is what we use for any scouting within the Empire, and of course for any recruiting that you should do should also be used by that name. If you have not discovered by now, secrecy is very important here, for without it we would probably be easily overrun.
Yeah, I've gathered so much. Everybody here seems to be quite protective of the location. It's understandable.
But it is quite an assembly, do you not believe, of so many people all with the same opposition to one?
I fully understand opposition. I wonder when everybody's going to unite, so then is a more powerful front. As we're outnumbered, it doesn't seem advantageous to split our efforts.
That is true. That is true. Alright, well, for now, be on with you. I believe the council will call you for a meeting later this evening to discuss what you requested yesterday.
Very well. And then I beat wings to check out my new clothes. I'm not walking around in tattered rags.
The new clothes that you were given, which did show up at the inn last night, were literally like brown burlap sacks.
Okay.
Like for like not actual sacks, but like clothes made out of brown burlap sacks. Like he did not go out of his way to get you anything good.
Height. Seems fitting in my station.
Very well. All right, and I believe then that brings us to our last and final guild member, Temin. Where do you wish to go first?
I'm going to the Healers Guild first.
Healers Guild. Wonderful. Let's say for the sake of quickness, you heard Temoboss's speech to Rin and got a very similar one when you arrived.
Just clarify, grave wounds in war, simple wounds in peacetime.
When asked. So like
when asked.
If you watch somebody like trip and fall in the street, you don't have to heal it unless they come up to you. But if somebody gets down to 0 hit points in a battle, you have an obligation.
Okay.
Very good on that though. And did you need the name again, or were you listening before?
No, I could use the name again.
Christine Wound.
Dean Wound. Perfect.
Very good. And on to your next one then.
For the sake of brevity then, I'm trying to replenish my what's my inventory? My herbalism kit. That gonna be a place to stock back up?
You would know that kind of asking other members of the Healers Guild that all assets are provided on a need by need basis. So essentially, in order for you to restock, you would essentially have to have reason to do so.
Okay.
And then you would be able to do so. So it's basically like if you have orders, like I'm going on a mission and you come in and go like, I'm going on this mission, I need XYZ, like it'll be provided. But if you don't have anything yet, then nothing is given to you just to have, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right. Then where are we headed off to?
The Rogues Guild, or is that the Spies Guild?
There is a Rogues Guild separate from the Spies Guild, as
Okay.
is a Thieves Guild separate from the Rogues Guild.
Yep. So Rogues Guild.
All right. As you show up, you see good old Nader Say, kind of strumming on his lute just loosely outside of the building that you arrive at. And he goes, Temin, good to see you.
Good to be seen. Today.
That's good, because we don't get seen often.
So, I am here to present myself to the guild.
Yes.
Is it you I report to?
Yes, I am the leader of this guild, as I have had the most experience in roguing, so to speak. Let's get the details out of the way first. The name of this guild is the Hairbringers of the Pristine. Yes, I did come up with the name myself. No, it is not because I'm bald.
Of Pristine.
But, for the Rogues Guild specifically, in very stark contrast to both the Thieves, Assassin Guild, and the Spy Guild, what we focus on here is teaching new rogues the lay of the land. And so, for that, you will be assigned an apprentice. This apprentice will come with you at all times, and the only time in which they will not be with you is if you deem whatever mission you are going on to be of such vital danger that they are not able to handle it. And if you do deem that, I expect that in writing.
They need a teacher's note if they come back without me.
More so, I need you to deliver me a reason if you are not going to bring them with you.
Oh, understood. A preemptive teacher's note.
Correct. For it is good to look at your students' health and safety, but they need to be ready for the real world. And I would like them to be in as much shit as they can, for that is how you learn.
Agreed.
Your apprentice options. And when I say options, I'm giving you the option, but I may decide to assign you someone that you do not choose, if I see a reason for it. Your options. There is a young dwarven female named Rintin Deepreach. She is currently just the first order of rogue, but she is gifted with ice magic. I don't know if that would be a good fit for you, but that is the first apprenticeless rogue that we have.
She's first level?
First order of the rogue, yes.
Isn't that like the tippity top?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. She is not a platinum member of the guild. She is she is a level 1 rogue.
But her name's Rin.
Is that like I'm giving
that's gonna be
like actual stats, not like their status within the guild.
Oh, understood. Okay,
Like
so
telling you, the player, that she is a level 1 rogue.
oh, okay, gotcha.
The second option is God, I hate half-orc names. Kutoter. Kutoter. I just always call him Ku. He's a little bit older, maybe around your age. He is half-orc, and also a level 1 rogue. But he is very good at dueling. Or excuse me, she is very good at dueling, but has a lot to learn. And next is somebody I believe you are familiar with, Ma Griernaz, also a level 1 rogue, but has other capabilities among other guilds as well. But she would be probably most helpful as far as somebody you already know. And then lastly, we have reports that another rogue should be coming through acquisitions tomorrow. Perhaps a little bit stronger, maybe around second or third order rogue. Goes by the name Shadow, and he's a half-elf.
Ooh, Shadow.
Do you have a preference? Again, not claiming that you will get that, but something to at least think about.
I do. My preference would be Ma.
Okay.
We've worked before on our particular endeavor tomorrow. I think she would prove to have an edge, or at least a greater desire to see the mission through. You mentioned her other guilds. Do you happen to know them?
I believe she is part of the Clerics Guild and the Artificers Guild.
Both of which we could use more to bolster our own. That would be my preference. However, as the guild leader, I do.
I will definitely take it into consideration.
Understood.
All right, that is going to be all. Once you are assigned your apprentice, they will be delivered to you. And do try to keep them alive.
I will.
Very good. All right, then I believe we are headed to your last and final guild, the Thieves Guild.
Correct.
All right, and again, not far from here, as most of the roguish-based guilds are centrally located. You come to the Thieves Guild, which is known as the Robust Champions. And you see a member of the council that you had not seen yet, but has been a member, and you watch as Nadar say comes with you as well, as he is also a member of this. But he is not the leader of this specific group. And you watch as a half-orc named Kamazar looks you over and goes, "What do you think, Nader? You think he's going to be good right off the bat?" Nadar goes, he did test quite well. What level were you given again, Temin?
Level 2.
Gold level, yes. Well, I guess we should just get right to it then. The way that this specific guild works is we are all about performance. Your performance is determined based on your level. So for instance, if you were a copper member, or level 4, you would be responsible for bringing in 10 copper per week. Silver, 10 silver, gold, 10 gold, and our platinum members like me and Nadar here, we bring in 10 platinum pieces per week. That's non-negotiable. However, in lieu of gold, you are always able to take a job. And we have at least one job for each level available at all times for that purpose. You do not have to take jobs within your level, but they will only count if they are within your level or above. Any questions?
Seems fair. What's the current gold job?
We got a storm sickle that's said to be found in Frick's Bog. It's a rare and powerful weapon, and the council thinks that we should recover it and try and bring it onto our side.
Sorry, how do you spell that with an F or an M, do you?
Frick's? Yeah, it's F-R-I-K-S. Bog, B-O-G. It's south of here. Maybe like a day and a half's travel.
Frick's Bog, day south. What was the weapon? Some sickle?
Like a storm sickle. Something supposed to have like electrical energy or something like that.
Storm sickle. And this is just do it if you can. If not, where's my 10 gold?
Yeah, I mean, it's typically if you take a job instead of doing the payment, you got a week, just like you have a week to provide the funds. And yeah, if you come back empty-handed, then hope you have your gold. We do not like straight up kill you if you don't meet your goals, but let's just say that I have high expectations of my guild members, and you better be bringing back what I tell you to.
Seems fair.
All right, well, you know your responsibilities. What else you got?
Small hands and big pockets.
That's what I like to hear. All right, well, off with you now. Oh, speaking of, I was told that you and your group needs to meet with the council in about a couple hours. You guys all should be done with your guild work by then.
Yep, headed up there now.
All right,
Thank you.
You should have gathered them all.
Well, I want to make a slight detour to the inn, and I want to start working on a design for like an improved lockpick or something, or just lockpicking tools that are sturdier for
improved thieves' tools, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence check at disadvantage.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Just straight intelligence check.
Correct.
11.
11. You work on this for a little while, and the vision is in your mind, but you realize that you're probably going to need some help for somebody with more mechanical know-how. Somebody from the Artificers Guild, maybe Blitzkrieg, somebody who would be able to tinker with the tool to make sure that it comes out the way you want it to.
Someone from both, maybe?
Okay.
Very good. But as you kind of tinker with that and work your way up to the council, we are going to take our break here. Let's try and be back by 8:23. And in the meantime, I will sit here, and hopefully Sam's still in the chat, and I will do some tests to see if I can get the volume better.
Oh, is that having problems?
Yeah, she messaged that somebody had an echo, but I don't hear the echo anymore, so I don't think that's still there. But if you're getting your volume...
I heard an echo earlier when my system was glitching out, and you froze up. But after that, I haven't heard the echo since then.
Okay. No worries. Well, I am going to, again, so take your break if you need it. I'm going to turn off some of the things here, but just still check through. And we'll see you back. And we are back on the internet. All right, so after all of you have been introduced to your various guilds, each of you, through some manner of connection, have been told that the council is ready to meet with you guys a little bit after midday. Other than Temin, who tried to do a little bit of tinkering before he went, was there anybody else who wanted to try anything?
Let me see.
I would like.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll probably try to give that chest plate not the chest plate, the half plate a try.
Okay.
Since I have all this equipment and material, kind of got this fella to teach.
Okay. Go ahead and make your checks for that. So do you, I forget, do you have a operational half mil
I do.
plan? Okay.
I
go
do,
ahead.
and it's just a functional one.
Do you wish to try and improve it or no?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let's see if between the two of us, that guy Oliver and I can.
Yeah, roll an intelligence check at advantage.
That's 14.
14. Not any more successful than the one you had before.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let's get an athletics check.
17.
Okay. You begin to kind of work the armor and you feel like you're so close to getting it, but you just don't have the full ability to make this armor yet. You're missing something. You're missing whether it be strength or whether you just need some more skill with this specific type of armor, but you're having a lot of trouble with the half plate. I mean, it is very expensive, very complex armor.
Yeah. Missed it by one. Alright. That's all I wanted to do today.
Okay. Rin?
Yeah, Rin wanted to just kind of go check his homie, Morty.
Okay. How do you go about doing that?
Depends. Would Reek have shared the information that he saw Morty?
I don't think you guys would have come in contact with each other yet.
I would use the map and go look for him. They said he was safe in the stables or whatever.
The map that you were given shows you your guilds. It does not show you other guilds.
Okay.
So you were told that he was safe in the stables. You don't know where the stables are.
I would go searching that out. I would ask others if they knew.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check that you ask around.
Okay. Persuasion.
Mhm.
All right. 15.
15. Well, as luck may have it, one of the people that you ended up stopping to try and figure out where your creature would have been put is one of the only other members of this scouting guild. And you come across a male, blue dragonborn, very, very proud noble warrior, kind of all done up with his armor kind of just very looking well put together. He has kind of various appendages on his head, like spikes that almost come up as like dragons do. But he has these golden eyes and these kind of long earrings that kind of hang off him. And he looks at you and he goes, hello.
Yeah, hi, it's me, Rin.
Hi, me, Rin. My name is...
Rin. Just Rin.
Hi, just Rin. My name is Sir Kalzuvar. Nope, that's not how they say it in this language. Let me try that again. Kaluzaver. Sir Kaluzaver. God, I hate speaking this common tongue.
I speak other languages.
Do you now?
Yeah, I start speaking in Elvish and Gnomish.
Do you speak Draconic? As he begins to speak in Draconic.
Nope.
Pitiful.
Not that one.
Very well. What do you need?
Looking for my buddy, the Moorbounder. You seen a Moorbounder around here?
We do have a Moorbounder in the scouting stables, yes.
Yeah, where's the scouting stables at? I need to, that's my Moorbounder. I gotta take care of him.
We are taking care of him perfectly well, and the guild of the scouting guild is not for the eyes of those who are not guild members. I must ask you, therefore, to put in an official request with the council if you wished to see him.
That's my Moorbounder. I was told by the council that I could see him already. That was part of the deal.
I have received no such order, and therefore cannot give you the information that you seek.
I have friends in the scouting council, or scouting guild. I'm sure they would help me out.
Perrin has no friends. I doubt very much that you have any friends in the scouting council. Unless you consider me a friend, in which case then you do have one friend. But I will still not be able to assist you.
Alright. Rin's obviously upset at this point, and he goes looking for the scouting. Actually, you know what? Rin would be like, I'm already a member of the spy guild. Aren't they related?
They are not, though Perrin is a member of both.
How? Well, as a fellow guild member, you should help me out.
I did not say that I was a member of both. I simply stated that he was a member of both.
You're not a member of both?
You and I share no similar guilds, or else I would have been introduced to you.
Got it. Well, I'll look elsewhere. Appreciate the help.
Of course. Have a great day.
hearing that hearing Reek being part of that guild, I would go searching out for Reek.
I would say you probably are able to run into him maybe a few minutes before your kind of appointment with the council, as you guys all begin to kind of gather together before you head in. He's not alone. There are the rest of your group is there as well, as you guys all kind of came together in the same area. But he is there to speak to if you wish.
Hey Reek, where's that scouting guild at? I need to get some information. I need to know where it's at so I can see my homie. I gotta see Morty.
I don't know that I could help you with that, as I hold my map down low so that it's obviously visible.
I obviously look at the map.
Okay. Yeah, you would see that it's again on the outskirts of the city.
Like exactly where it's at.
Yeah, you would. I mean, you're not going to
Can I copy it
before your council meeting. So
All
unless
right.
you plan on skipping that, then
No, can't skip that one either. Apparently.
but yes, you do know where it is.
Okay, I would write it on my map.
Okay.
I send a message and say appreciate the help, but
So, with my time, I would like to have actually flown and not trying to be conspicuous, just like it is a common thing, flying out over early after my meetings and land just on top of the council building. And sorry about that. Land and look at, just watch people watch and try to get a vibe of the people doing business in and out and see the demeanor that they have and just how people generally get a lay of what the land's like with people here.
Yeah, very interesting. So, as a reminder, again, most of the city is encompassed in this kind of valley of a mountain. So you are able to kind of find the council building again, kind of perch on top of it and kind of look out over a good portion of the city. But again, lots of it goes into the mountain. Some goes underground. Like there's portions that you're just not going to be able to see. But from what you see that most of the people here are not warriors. Most of the people here are just regular, everyday citizens who were escaping a bad fate and have found sanctuary here within this city. However, you do see that everyone is utilized to their best work. If you are a farmer, you are part of a farmers guild, and you are making sure that your work is being put to good use. It seems like there is not much idle movement. Everything seems to be movement with a purpose.
Just to draw that to a conclusion, I continue to just wait until I see first member of my party come towards the building, and then I free fall drop down, spreading my wings just moments from hitting, or split second before hitting the ground.
Yeah, you guys are all grouped there. Is there anything you guys wish to discuss before you go into the meeting?
getting my weapon back.
Look to Rin and say, good call keeping the more details on the dragon egg secret. I'm not sure exactly what came over me for being that blazing with the question, but I do think it would be wise for us to let that be a decision by Sophia.
I message him and I'm like, it seems information is currency. You never know who's listening.
Yeah, that seems fair.
This dude's gonna be like he's preoccupied just carving wood. Like, so where next?
At this moment, you kind of watch as Frederick kind of sticks his head out of the building and goes, "Oh, hello everyone. Are you guys ready to be met, or do you have more to discuss?"
No, we're good.
All right, come right in then. And you watch as... Oh, go ahead.
I forgot. Oh, was Frederick the one who was in the firearm guild?
Yes, Frederick is the
Oh,
Kenku.
I'll, like as I pass by him, I'll probably just show him what I'm carving. Like it's basically like the handle, like a wooden kind of Just like a prototype. Like, is it like this?
He goes, yes, you're making good work on the shape of the overall weapon. You
How
need
about
to
the
be sure
arm right
about the inner mechanics, though. That is the most important part.
Oh, I'll work on that.
But no matter, come in. We have much to discuss. And you watch as he kind of ushers you guys in, and you see again before you many of the people of the council. Today there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 members there. As I will kind of rifle through who you see here real quick. So you see, of course, Frederick, the Kenku. You also see Kamazar, the half-orc, part of the Thieves Guild that you had met earlier. Marvis is there, the Tiefling. Nadar Say. Nikki. Perrin. Rosa Bamove. And oh nope, not him. He is away. And Temobas. All of them are kind of sitting rather quietly as you guys kind of come in. Unlike previous times, there are seats for you guys to take at this point. And you see there's kind of a larger table that's been kind of put in this room for kind of all of you to sit at. Frederick, again, kind of takes his seat at the end of the table and looks you all over and goes, "Your request has been taken under advisement for being part of the search party to go search for Influx, who is the name of the leader that you had said was captured. We have sent some of our spies from within the Apodor Empire to check on the status of her, and you are correct. It does seem like she is being still held within Westray. And it does seem from what we've heard from Morningfort, the city of the Reavers, that they are sending a Reaver to get her personally in 8 days' time, a little over a week. So it does seem like it will be very difficult to do anything once they are within a Dragon Rider's control. But we do feel like this would be a good start for you. So we are not so controlling that we do not understand that each group has their own assets. We typically compile groups of people that we think have the assets needed for the mission, and then send them out. But as you guys have already proven yourselves a tight-knit group of warriors, we wish to officially create a team comprised of the 5 of you and any apprentices you may have. I believe you had come up with the names Prince's Vendetta. Is that correct?
That's correct, but I actually thought about that one, and that might bring a little more heat than we want to right away. If we call ourselves the Bumbling Jesters, we could fly under the radar a bit longer.
I'm all for flying under the radar.
Understood.
Yeah.
This name is not something that you'll be using publicly. So if you wish to have a code group name for public use within Apodor, I encourage that. But I do feel like Prince's Vendetta has quite a ring to it. And when the time comes for us to make that public, I feel like it will bring support that we need. So again, keep your self under the radar as appropriate. But for our purposes, that will be the name that we have for you.
I think if we try and use anything public, it should be a symbol rather than a name.
Like a V.
Let them.
The Eagle's Talon.
Yeah, let them come up with the name, because the more we give them, the easier it'll be. If we have them scrambling with no idea of what it belongs to, it just plays into our favor a little bit.
Very well. We will trust your best approach to go about this. So let's talk first about your first official mission as group. The rescue of Influx. Now, you did not have all that successful of a fight with the gods of Westray. Am I to assume that correctly?
That would be assumable.
So it seems like a full frontal assault would be a poor idea. But with the Reaver coming directly to Westray to receive Influx, it seems like we are at a bit of a problem. What do you all, having been there and requested this mission, suggest for its undertaking?
Rin speaks up. Well, first of all, I kind of need a weapon back. We're supposed to talk about, but...
And we will. Don't worry, you will not be sent into battle with no weapon.
Under cover of night.
It is definitely a start, under cover of night. Then what?
Yes.
Something with the ability to get out of there quickly once we grab her.
Do you have means of this?
For one of us we do. With a moorbounder. Not very stealthy though.
Let's speak up again. Who I've yet to see and need to.
You seem quite disgruntled. And you watch as a different member of the council speaks up at this point. And you see Marvis go, perhaps what he is saying is that we have not been treating him fairly, and he wishes therefore to have more privileges.
One could say.
And he clearly deserves such things as he has done so much for our cause. Wouldn't you agree?
I think you guys have... I think you've been gracious hosts, and we're thankful for everything that you've provided for us. In time, we know that you'll allow us to spend time with a moorbounder and have that very important discussion about the weapon. For now, maybe we can revisit the rescue of Influx, who sacrificed herself for us, and I think we owe it to her to recover her promptly.
Marvis kind of takes his like death glare off of Rin for a moment to look over at you and goes, how wise a leader who can keep his people in place. And he kind of leans back and falls silent. Frederick kind of piping up, trying to cool the tempers of the room, goes, all right. Yes, like I said, Rin, we will have a discussion immediately after this council about your weapon, and if you even wish, we can have that conversation in front of your moorbounder. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it.
All right, back to planning then. So far, all we have is under cover of darkness, and to get away quickly. I'm hoping you have more than that, if that's what we're going on.
Do we know where she's being kept? What have your spies provided for us as intel?
Our intel says that they are within the prison in Westray. Part of the farming bureau, I believe, is where they're being held.
How many of them are they, besides Influx?
Just the one, from what we've heard. There's only one prisoner.
Do we know about guards and their quantity?
Westray has become quite militaristic of the last few years. Say it's safe to say probably 20 to 30. Somewhere on that central island at all times.
Now, outside of game, if you will, how far? Do I know how far that is from Sophia?
It's again about maybe like a 15-20 minute walk, because she was on not on the island, but she was off the island, but still in the city of Westray.
Okay, I remember that geography then. So I agree with Blitz that we go under cover of night. If possible, we start a diversion to draw the guards away, sufficiently away for us to be able to get in there and pull
Reed can
and
drop
get
me off.
influx out of there.
Reed can drop me off on the rooftop. I can see what locks stand in our way. See if that can't
Sounds
be
like
ours.
a pretty good option.
See if that can't be our same way out.
I like that idea. After he drops you off, I propose I would like Reek on what's the word? Not guard, but kind of stand by, keeping watch, keeping overview.
Frederick says to keep
Overwatch.
perch. Yes?
Perch.
Exactly.
I can say this.
I feel like he is the.
Reed's probably like,
Well, I heard what birds of a feather, something like that.
We flock together for sure. All
perhaps we
right.
should
Well, I do sound like you guys do have a fairly sound head on your shoulders. A pretty decent plan. So maybe let's get the details out of the way. Is this team big enough the way it is, or will you need additional combatants?
Perhaps I like the team small, but perhaps slightly into the outskirts in case we are pursued. We could have a contingent of people able to hold off any guards without fully engaging to as time.
I think along those same lines as a secondary team to create the diversion as well as to provide backup if we need during our escape.
I'm not sure diversion's going to help. Last time we were going to try to do a diversion, the guards were quite disciplined at their actual posts.
Well, perhaps we just need to make a diversion of something important enough for them to go to. What if perhaps they saw escaped prisoners?
That's an option.
Perhaps we send a second team of mages to do illusion spells of various ones of you to keep the guards occupied, moving away, while you then have the chance to go in. And we'll have our spy from Westray keep an eye on things and be there as a support for you if you need to.
As a point of clarification, what was Influx's, what guilds is she part of?
No, that is a good question. Let me take a look here.
She may not be useful inside the prison, but once she's out, would definitely be an asset we can count on.
While you're looking at that as well, I would request that we be provided with a strong healing potion that we can give her immediately, so that depending on her condition, she may need it.
Well, I will say first to answer
Ren kind of looks at you. What am I, chop liver?
Well, you may be needed elsewhere.
he goes, well, to answer your original question, she is part of both the Clerics Guild, the Healers Guild, and she is also part of the Blood Hunters Guild, one of our smaller guilds. But she is quite proficient in clerical spells, assuming she has the ability to do so. However, from what I've heard from others in the Healing Guild, she is not very good at healing. She is far more damage-oriented. Very similar to you, Rin.
I'm fairly healing-oriented.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. You just had not shown us any of that ability.
I point to my Platinum Healers Guild pin. Pretty sure I did.
Tebomos goes, Having the ability and doing it are two different things. We'll see if you actually show up when it counts.
I think I know someone who can help in the
Yeah?
artifice field. There's one individual called Rosa Ben Move. Perhaps we can ask her. She's an alchemist.
She's literally like sitting there at the table. She goes,
I don't
yes.
recognize her. Yeah.
Hello. Yep, right here. Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's her. Yeah. Hey, can't you, given time, are you able to craft perhaps like a potent a vial of healing?
Yes, I have the capabilities of making many things. I call it the filter of sunlight, but it will heal roughly a commoner's health, maybe not a warrior's.
He looks kind of perplexed, like, so is that good?
Again, it is all relative. It is not the strongest of magic, but it will do to get her up and moving.
Then go, yes, we could do that. We could make use of that. And where's Iliad? I need him. I need her. I need it. For Overwatch.
Very good point. Frederick kind of, or excuse me, not Frederick, Nahar kind of chimes in. We should discuss this. It sounds like your Iliad, as you said, is going to be accompanying you on this mission, yes? Blitzkrieg?
I would like her to.
Very good. And then Temin, I should assume, having received no writing, that Ma will be joining you as well.
Right.
Very good. Then it shall be the 7 of you, and you shall leave in the morning.
I plan on Wonus will be with us as well.
Wonus is currently occupied, and if you wish to leave tomorrow, he will not be able to accompany you.
Very well. And Oliver is not a fighter, right? He's just with the blacksmith.
You would not want to see Oliver in a fight, no.
I am okay with keeping them safe.
All right, very good.
Keeping them out of trouble.
Is there anything else that I can do for any of you? For as far as equipment, preparations, anything for tomorrow's journey?
I kind of look at Reek and it's like, is there any way for him to be able to see at night better?
Well, I mean, yes, but it typically would take a spellcaster to cast the spell Dark Vision. Do either you, Rin, or Blitzkrieg have the capabilities of doing such?
Yes, yeah, I do.
And you, Rin?
That would be useful, though.
Well, he seems to have gotten quite quiet.
Nope. Oh, definitely. Sorry, I was talking there. Rin's like, it's definitely not in the cleric's wheelhouse.
Oddly enough, of all the spells out there, this is also not one that I am very good with, Frederick says, as I do not need it. I don't think there's going to be a short-term way, but perhaps we can get our enchanters on making an item that would do such, because I do agree someone in our scouting guild should be able to see at night.
What about sending stones that we could use to communicate with each other?
I have been informed that one in your party already has the ability to cast such magic.
To send, but not for the recipient to reply.
That is how sending works.
That's how sending works.
Yeah, you get to reply.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, very well. Well, the rest of you, I guess, are free to do as you will tonight. Make your preparations and get ready to leave in the morning. Rin, as promised, if you would like to come with me to have a conversation about your weapon in the presence of your Moorbounder.
And Rin starts walking like directly, like he knows where to go already. He's not even gonna hide it. He's just really
Thank
excited
you.
to see Morty.
Members for your time, and we'll see everyone there in the morning. Whoever's going.
All right, we will make sure all the
Be
appropriate
tight.
people are told. Come now, Rin. And Frederick.
Blitzkrieg.
Oh, go ahead.
Blitzkrieg. I wanted to talk to you about some questions here I had for you on our way home or to the inn.
I shall follow, Button.
Yep, and I need you to.
All right,
When?
we'll get to that conversation in just a moment. But
No, go for it.
no, we'll do yours first, Ron. So, Frederick kind of begins to walk with you and goes, "All right, let's be frank. Clearly you have a attachment to this weapon. That is not exactly healthy. However, it is no doubt that this is a powerful weapon. However, I'm worried that you are not capable of utilizing it as it is needed to be used."
I'm fully capable. Ren says with disdain.
How, and excuse me for saying so, but how intelligent do you feel like you are on a scale of, let's say, 1 to 25?
7?
See, and that is no, and again, I take nothing from that. You are quite skilled in the many things that you do. This weapon is almost 3 times smarter than you. And that worries me. Because if this weapon is as smart as that, and you are not able to resist its will, then really you are merely its weapon and not the other way around.
But I am more wise than the weapon.
That's maybe true, but it may not matter if you can't control it. Has it ever spoken to you?
Oh yeah, we talk all the time.
And what does it typically ask of you when it speaks to you?
It needs to be fed, and they have to destroy things with it. That's its purpose. It's a weapon. That's what it does.
And what happens if you don't, as you say, feed it?
Gets angry, lashes out.
How so?
It just wants to be fed. It'll eat anything at that point, friend or foe.
And you think that this is something that your party would be safe around?
In exchange for how powerful it is, it is a weapon of great power, and it has saved us on multiple occasions.
I am likely to agree with you. I just feel like you underestimate this. And I will say, based on
Well, what do you propose?
And I will say, based on your responses to me, that if you wish to carry this weapon with you on missions, I am more than willing to put that faith in you and your companions. However, as you may be spending many days and weeks within our city here not killing things, while you are within here, I feel the weapon would be safer with someone who can control its urges.
I mean, just give me some shit to kill every day, and I'll be fine.
I don't think... Well... We will talk when you return. Your weapon will be provided with you with your Moorbounder at the gate when you leave. As for now, your Moorbounder is still there, and you may spend some time with them before you go to sleep this evening.
With them? But did it have babies?
I'm not sure of its gender. I was just simply using a gender-neutral pronoun.
Ah, gotcha. It's Morty. It's a dude.
Very good. Well,
It's got a dick.
You may spend some time with Morty and his dick, as long as you wish. Just let Perrin know when you are finished, and he will make sure you get back to the inn.
That works. Yeah, and in the meantime, I mean, you said if we needed anything for this journey, Hale's been working real hard on getting me some half plate, but hasn't been able to make that happen. Any chance you could help the cleric out with some of that?
I don't think we have any half plate within the city, as it is quite a uh, complex armor to make, quite time consuming and very expensive.
Oh, for sure. No, that's what I was asking for helping
I think,
Dayoth make some.
yes, Aoth may be able to do so. He would be the best guess that I would have, but we do not currently have any at disposal, so you'll have to wait until you get back from mission.
No, I get that. I'm asking, is there any way you can like empower him to like do better? He's tried a few times. It's not gone great.
I cannot
I have
say-
guidance. I mean,
Yeah,
I can give him
perhaps
a little
you-
bit, but
you working with him
it-
maybe, but I do not have
I
any.
have been.
I do not have any bolstering magic like that. Perhaps others in the guild may. Maybe ask around.
Might have to.
All right. Well, I leave you to this. I have many things that I need to accomplish today still.
Could sorry. Can you at least provide us with the materials for that? Like maybe some adamantine ore or something?
He
I know you
should,
said people collect ore.
yes, he should have plenty of ore at Earthfield. Perhaps go ask him.
Perfect. Can you he pulls out his map. Can you point me in that direction?
I said to ask him. I don't believe you should need to know the location of the guild to do so.
Ah, gotcha. And I go off with Morty and feed him some leftover dinner. He's probably well fed, but I talk to him for a while, play with him, ask how he's been treated, ride him around.
Sounds good. All right. Well, hard cutting back to our walk back to the inn. Blitzkrieg is being hounded by his fellow members. What are you hounding him about?
This week, your
Yes.
telepathy when you're sending messages to us.
Yes.
Can you target a specific group, or is it everybody around who can hear you?
Specific group. I can choose who listens.
That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind for another time. And I'll slip him a note that I've written earlier. The note says, tell our group only. Only the 5 of us should know, but be careful what we say. The walls here can listen. And we should come up with a code that is not verbal so that we can communicate with each other.
I can always reach out to everyone here. Any particular thing you want me to say?
I want everybody, well, I'll write it down. I'll write it down to have him. Or wait, can he send to me and then I reply to him and it's all just in our heads?
What are you using, Blitzkrieg? Is it telepathy?
Yeah, basically his ability as a dark green. So let me look it up exactly what it does.
I don't think you can respond telepathically.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Okay.
Let's see.
So I'll just jot it down in a note. Meet Aoth's room, 10 p.m.
Okay. Meet at his room, 10 p.m. Okay. 10 p.m. Oh, okay. What time is it?
Like 5 or 6 in the evening.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Do you pass that message along, or do you wait until people have to be closer?
I think you just sent it. You just gave me the message, right? You just wrote it to me.
Correct.
Yeah. So you wrote a message saying, "Be careful what we say," and then meet at his room at 10 p.m. And yeah, that's it. That's all he has. I don't think there's anything. We have a plan. So I want to meet him. I want to basically eat the note, and then yeah, we'll meet him. I'll meet him at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
That's what you asked, right? Yeah.
I didn't get a message, so I'm gonna say, make sure everybody knows.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I can do this. And who is 10 is next to me too, right?
Correct. And I think Reek is as well, right? Reek? Assuming you were going back to the inn with Aoth, Blitzkrieg, and
Yes.
Hammond? Yeah, so he's also nearby.
Yes.
Psychically, I'll hit both of them like, hey, AF wants us to meet up in his room at 10 p.m. And be careful what we say around these folks.
And you all received that message. With that being, is there anything you guys wish to accomplish between now and then? If not, we can just fast forward to the late night meeting.
Nope, I'm gonna
Yeah.
proposition
good.
Blitz to help with the.
Nothing on my mind right now except like this particular message.
I think Timon was saying something.
Oh,
Yeah,
Muffled.
You guys hear me?
your volume is really low.
Very
Tim.
low.
What was that?
But proposition away.
Also, I don't think I was within 250 feet of you. Would I have been?
No, you would not have heard this yet.
yeah, you'd feel like within 120. Yeah.
But you'll get the message
Better.
when you get back to the hotel.
A little better, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So I am going to proposition Blitz. Blitz, I have this idea that I want some help with. I'm trying to design like a tool that'll make it easier for me to like pick locks and stuff. I mean,
That's intriguing.
if we can knock this out, it may help with the upcoming job. But you and me design it. Chaos should be able to build it. Shouldn't be as hard as half plate.
I will assist. It will be simple.
All right.
Perfect.
Go ahead and both of you make an intelligence check individually.
Intelligence check. 15.
4.
And like, no, it's over here. No, I can't see. You're blocking my way.
No, that's a better idea. No, I didn't think of that. Good.
But you are able to create plans for a very complex set of tools that would give you advantages on certain checks when you made them if you were able to create them. Blitzkrieg, this seems like something that you would actually have the ability to create as a tinkerer versus a blacksmith. This is more of a smaller skills.
So I'll point to. I'm talking to 10 minutes. Like, so does it make sense? Look at it.
Yeah, no.
It
Yeah.
does, right?
No, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you make it? If not, I could.
I can. I was going to ask Aoth if you can.
Oh no, we don't need him. I got this. Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a tinkering check with your proficiency modifier.
Okay, I'll need this, and I'll just grab some random shit from like wherever is near me. Like, oh, that could be useful. Let me think. No one's watching. I'll snag that too, like a plate or whatever. Okay, what is it?
Tinkering check. So it'll be whatever your spell casting modifier is for artificer, which I think is intelligence, right?
Yeah.
So it's D20 plus intelligence plus proficiency.
Wow. Okay. So roll a d20. That's a 9 plus 4 plus 3.
So 16.
16, yes.
You are able to create your creation. It's not perfect, but it is definitely usable. And it is essentially an improved thieves tools that will give you advantage on checks with those tools specifically.
Okay. Just don't yeah, so this is because this is all I found around me. Just don't mess up this part. This part's very delicate, okay?
Okay, no, that's perfect. And I give him the highest 5 I can.
you basically reach my bottom hand, and I'll one of my tiny ones is like.
Hand's probably about the same size.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, wonderful. Well, with that in mind, then are we?
I wanna.
Go ahead.
Never mind. I'm not gonna do that right now.
You can if you want. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna casually, as we're walking along, kind of walk with Reek. I'm like, man, pretty pretty busy couple weeks. I'm sure you didn't expect that when you were flying over the party.
Expect and want are different things. I'm actually finding the amount of excitement that I was looking for.
Oh, that's good to hear. Just out of curiosity, if well motivated, what is your flight speed?
Oh, about 100 feet.
Wow. Yeah, that you can book it, man. I'm definitely jealous of that. Love to be able to move that quickly.
That's
Good to know.
unencumbered. Hearing somebody, it takes me a bit longer.
Hmm. What's your what's your weight limit there then for something like that?
Depends how my mood strikes me, but about 100 pounds. I was able to carry you a bit, so
Yeah, that's true, and armored. So I guess it would depend on the distance, huh? Okay.
like I said, motivation, uh, how ferocious I feel, all that plays a factor. But yeah, with everything I have, probably about 100 pounds.
Good to know. Just feeding my curiosity, I guess. This new land here, as I'm looking around, looking at the windows and the buildings and anybody that might be out and about. Oh, this is just makes me curious to know and learn as much as I can. And I look over at Reek and I give him a wink because I know he's on the same wavelength.
I'm picking up your jive.
All right.
That's
Well, as time goes on, eventually Rin returns to the inn, gets his telepathic message about the meeting, and time goes by until you are all sitting in Eos room, 10 p.m., dark. Most of the clamor of the inn downstairs is gone. What do you wish to discuss?
I actually arrived.
no words. What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I arrived at like around 10:27 because
Oh,
10 p.m. like so. I guess it's like when there's like he just feels it. Okay, he just feels it.
we'll send somebody to get you 2 minutes after you did show up. So they walk into the room, and there's notebooks in front of each seat, and on top of each notebook it says, "No words. Write what you have to say. The walls can hear, at least until they earn our trust." And I'm gonna write a note to Reek
You
Yeah,
can,
I'm-
dropping Tennant
I was
off.
gonna say you can speak the notes. You don't have to. We can just assume you're writing everything at this point.
What I was saying is, there's notes in front of everybody. Don't speak, and I share my plan with Reek and Temin. After you drop Reek off on the rooftop, under the guise of keeping Overwatch, I propose that you haul ass to Sophia and do a temperature check with her if she wants to come to the city, whether we send for her after or if she escapes right now with this rescue party.
Do I see these notes too?
Everybody sees the notes, yeah.
I look over the shoulders like, should I go with them? I do have a bag, and I could put the egg in there.
I
We should probably send the bag with him.
I look over to Rin and ask if he would be able to communicate with Sophia without us having to put a peril.
Ren goes, gladly. Finally figured out I have Sadik, huh?
Yeah, but he's not her favorite person by a long shot.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the phrase, it used to be popular, it came from, of don't shoot the messenger?
Then I propose you start your message with, my friend Reek says hello, and he wants to know.
Nah.
We could reverse the letter from
Can't
Reek.
really change my voice.
Willing to leave, come to newfound safe city. Able to bring pets. Will provide safe harbor.
Wait. How many
You
pets
literally
do you
muted
have?
yourself at the end, dude. What? Like?
Oh, right at the end. Sorry, the timing's a little off from when I click versus the dogs trying to kill each other.
Okay, what was the last part, though?
That this new town can provide safe harbor for her and her pets.
And then Bliss Ray like, wait, how many pets does she actually have?
I mean, no, we could just be straightforward with her there, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to intercept this message, so we could just be frank with her.
Okay.
And,
Okay, so basically
that's
like
how
that.
it
So Reek and Aegon's gonna do that, right? They're gonna have a little side quest kind of thing to like basically make sure like see if she wants to go with us, and then the rest of us continue our plan. Then.
I wouldn't be going. It would just be Reek and a bag of holding.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I can
Sure.
make a part of that.
Just in case she decides she wants to come with. No?
Just do not eat my worms. They're mine. They're tasty.
Wait, so you're gonna go pick up your girlfriend? Is what we're doing? We're summoning. I'm giving her the booty call. Is that what's happening? We're using my setting for a booty call. Really, Reek?
I think Reek is counter proposing that we just send the message to see if she wants to come.
So you up?
And proposing that. I'm proposing that we send a message to see her response before we just show up in the middle of the night saying, grab the dragon egg, you're coming with me. And then trying to carry multiple people back by flying with a bird that can only carry 100 pounds. So yes, I'm proposing that message.
She's petite. She's less than 100 pounds.
Hey, what you doing tonight?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I know bag of holding and all. Things can't live in that. So if you're wanting her to bring her pets, you're gonna kill them all.
Well, actually, sustenance for a creature within an egg is fed by the yolk.
Doesn't she have a ton of pets?
Reason.
Again, my proposition is the message going to see if she's willing to do this. And then it would not be a matter of it being the mission, it would be a matter of just going back later with she's not under duress, just sending some people from this town to go bring her. So
Or-
that would be a completely separate thing.
Or she can GTFO herself before everything hits the fan.
I think that would probably be the more wise decision, considering you already said you know the source of a dragon egg. And then you're, hey, you guys, I know where dragon's egg at. Hey, we're gonna go pick up this chick that I know. Not hard to put two and two together.
Well, they don't know
Oh, I
that.
didn't say that we were going to go pick up some chick.
Oh, you're just talking about sending people for it, right?
I said if they would be willing to, if she was us being able to do our own thing to see if she was willing to do it. Didn't say, hey, send people, here's where she lived. I said, would you be willing to allow us to discuss this with her?
Gotcha. I think it puts her in more danger being involved, but yeah, I'll send whatever message you want.
Yeah, it's up to her to take the next step or not.
Plus, she already knows that we were with people. She knew most of the things we had going on already. and she's already in danger, so we might as well put this out and put her where we can keep eyes on her and that valuable asset.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm gonna go on a mission. I'm gonna follow the procedure, and then we have a side thing to try and get Sophia. Is that right? Did I get the gist of it?
Again, trying to be very clear, no side mission to get Sophia since we're already extricating one person at the pinnacle of our limits. Just a message to her seeing if she's willing to come, so then the spies in the town or herself can grab what she wants and go to rally points. Two separate things. Messages so it's not two missions at one time. Have a hard enough time with one mission.
Okay, I get it now. So I was like googling like, how long does an egg survive out air? Anyway, carry on.
What am I saying?
So, message from Reek. Are you willing to relocate to a new town where safe harbor can be given and you would be close to us, you and your pets?
Is that 25 words?
Rin walks outside, completely away from anybody, because the walls have ears apparently, because we're writing all this shit down. Because you have to speak sending out loud.
Tell the world.
Yeah. And if we're trying to keep secret, walks outside and does a sending to her.
Okay. What do you say?
Reek sends his love and wishes you to join him with your pets, specifically an egg, where you can be safe if you'd like. Let me know what you think.
Well, 25 was if you would like.
Okay.
You hear a few moments later the sound of Sophia's voice, and she goes, well, I don't know who told you anything about nothing, but clearly I can't trust Reek with sensitive information. I don't know who you're talking about or coming with or anything like that, but y'all just stay clear of me.
Ooch.
I walk back in. I read on a piece of paper, upset with you over spilling secrets, wants you to stay away.
Did you write like a little then?
So, out of character, that's a discussion for us to have later whether or not we want to gain her of that egg.
Oh, oh fuck. Steal a dragon egg?
Damn.
I mean, you could say that in character for taking it. If your character's taking it, like, take egg?
So I'll write that down. So do we want to
Dragon egg ice.
at a different time for it to be ours?
How much do you know about raising a dragon?
I know enough to know that that's super valuable and that people would be willing to pay a lot for the opportunity to raise it, and that we have possible new allies here who would be willing to raise it as well. I still don't know about figuring it out. We don't have to make a move on that now.
Yeah, let's focus on the plan ahead, eh?
All right.
Works for me.
Is there anything else you wish to do this evening?
And do you want to respond? I got one left, Reek.
I think I have a response for you. Give me 1 second.
Using ChatGPT over there.
Yeah, right? I'm trying to math with my fingers. Make sure I get 25. Alright. See if that message will help. I got 6 more words. What else would you guys add to that? Just use all 25 words to make sure we get a clear message across.
Ren just kind of grabs the paper and he's starting to walk out.
Suppose
Nobody says
messages
anything
on-
else.
Well, I was doing math on my fingers too. This was messages only avenue. I wonder if she'll understand that part. It's the only way we could get a message to her.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, what do you say?
Red walks outside yet again to the darkness. Make sure nobody's around.
What's your passive perception?
20. No. 18.
18.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
He's actively looking to see if anybody's around, though, either. Like, he's not just passively looking, he's actively.
Would you like a perception check to make you feel better?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Damn it, I rolled a 3, so 11.
To your knowledge, nobody's following you.
Okay, text message. Reek sends undying love, worries for safety with egg. In safe harbor with allies. You're invited. Message only way.
Very quickly this time, not much time at all. You hear Sophia again go, well, he has a funny way of showing it. And I don't appreciate when I tell him to keep secrets, he's not keeping secrets. So as far as I'm concerned, he can go fuck himself.
Rin walks back in the room. She told you to go fuck yourself, bro. She's pretty pissed that you said anything to anybody.
He takes all 4 of his arms like, whoa.
She quite literally said, "Go fuck yourself." I even tried the love route for you. Didn't work.
I don't understand that part. That's never how the relationship worked. And I didn't say tell her to bring the egg. I told you to tell her bring Bess.
She knew exactly what I was talking about.
Of course, because you said egg.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Well, he doesn't know this.
He doesn't, but I do.
He doesn't know this. I know. I'm denying it. He doesn't know this. I'm 100% denying this. He knows nothing of the undying love or anything.
Okay. Well,
I even sent her love. Not much. She picked up on the code there, bud.
I just pat my head and, gosh dang, I wish I knew what you actually literally said. Don't worry, child, you grow up and learn how things actually work, but... Anyhow, back to the mission at hand. That's going to be a side quest for later.
Okay. Is there anything you guys wish to do with the evening before things get started?
We're going to tell the council that we need to steal a dragon egg and need the fucking means to do so.
While this is going on, I'm just gonna, like, Deadpool style draw a picture of us swooping in and saving somebody, and I rolled an 18, so I don't know how good it is.
Pretty good.
But I imagine fairly good.
Yeah.
Cool. So I just turn around.
I give him guidance on doing so.
That's pretty good.
No, you're running in and out of messages. This is all on my own.
Oh, you're doing this. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys wish to do nothing more with the evening, then I will say we can fast forward to the next day. You guys are quickly assembled along with Iliad and Ma at the outskirts of the town. You have been brought your Morty the Moorbounder as well as your weapon. Frederick specifically hands it over to you. You see that he is wearing like these like symboled gloves while he's holding the weapon, and goes, all right, here you go. Did you guys all figure out your plan for your mission?
Do I need to roll a wisdom save being away from the weapon for so long to not be overtaken and attack something next to me?
You do not.
Okay. Because I felt like that might have been the thing.
You do not.
Morty down. Anyway, oh yeah, like I guess we do have a plan.
All right, well, best of luck to you as you guys go, and report back as soon as you're successful. Hopefully we'll have influx in here shortly.
Is there a contact that we can reach out to in the city? I just thought of something. Do we know if she's held on like the top floor of the fort, of
So our
the Farm Bureau?
yes. Our informant actually is not stationed in Westray, but it was traveling through there on their way to their station. So the information that we have is just that she is within the Farm Bureau prisons, and there is not a specific contact there for you, as they had to continue on to their location.
Understood.
All right. Well, best of luck. I know that at least some of you know how to go through the desert. Is that the route you guys are taking?
It is okay. We have Iliad. He will guide us.
Yes, she will.
I
Do we
assume
have
we've
any
been
mounts
given all
that we
the.
could take?
I assume we've been given all the rations and everything we need, right?
Yeah, if you had requested them.
Yeah.
You're given 2 days worth of rations. Again, you were given your weapons back and everything like that. One of the potions that you had requested were delivered as well. A filter of, I think it was sunshine is what it's called. She's got weird names for them. Filter of sunlight. And when you are going to use this, just let me know and I will tell you how much it is used for.
Filter of sunlight. I'm just gonna. I guess I want to hold on to it. I'll put it. I'll just rename it.
All right. So timetable. We have 7 days left till the Dragon Rider shows up, right? And then it's game over. Supposedly. 7 days left. We are. How many days does it take us to get from? It took 3 days to 2 days to cross the desert.
What's right?
And when we left the city, we went north through the desert?
You started out north, but it is a westward travel to Westway from where you are. You traveled east from Westway to the Blacklands.
Okay.
Westway, so we traveled east.
Again,
okay.
If you're a visual person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can we get that in the chat again?
Yeah, I'll put the picture in. But again, Blacklands is here. Westray is here.
Okay.
Cool.
And my quest is in the Boggy Bog south, which is not on the way.
It is a slight detour for sure.
Then I propose to the party that we detour to the bogs of the name that I have in my notes. The Fricks Bog. We head a day south. There's a Sickle of the Storm, or some sort of storm type sickle. That the Thieves Guild wants in on.
Do we have enough time? If we do, then we could definitely go this direction.
With the time frame we've been given, yeah, we would have. It would add, what, maybe.
Oh, I do apologize. It was 3 days. It was 3 days to Westray.
Okay. I retcon that. You know what? Let's pick it up on the way back.
Yeah, if you detoured down to Fricksbog, it would probably take 6 days to get there. And that's assuming
To get to Westray?
Yeah, and that's assuming you just basically showed up at Fricksbog and found
it
on it immediately.
And then left. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take the long way back. They wouldn't expect that.
Okay.
All right. Well, best of luck on your journey. Give them hell and hope you're successful.
We'll be right back.
All right. To make things fairly quick here for the last 18 minutes of our session, can I get somebody to roll a d20? We're only going to do 1 check for each day on the way to Westray.
I'll do it.
It's all or nothing.
Ooh. Now I don't want to anymore.
Good.
Oh, no.
So
This is just. This is just rollies.
D20.
2.
2. Okay. And who would like to roll for day 2?
I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead.
14.
14. And who would like to roll for day 3?
I already rolled one, but go for it, Kenny.
It's gonna be a 5.
Okay. All right. I am going to say then that we are going to end just a little bit early tonight, as that 2 did exactly what you thought that 2 would do. But I want you guys to thoroughly enjoy what that 2 has to bring, and then we will get into our rescue not next week.
Oh, yeah,
Because you're gone, John, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then we will plan for the week after, though we may still do a session next week. Anybody who's here, it just won't.
Well, let's say goodbye to the internet real quick.
Like I said, it just won't be streamed internet. So in that case, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great time with us and look forward to some stellar combat when we come back next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.